Welcome back.
Okay, 1980.
Welcome
I
back.
was 4 years off.
Welcome back,
I was
old
born
head,
that year, goddammit.
to episode 49. 49
Not
49.
69.
Yeah, we
of
about
the
to
Mr.
be-
Know-It-All podcast. You know what? I knew you was gonna say that too. I knew you was gonna say that shit. Somebody, it's 49, not 69, and I knew you was gonna say some shit like
know
that
what,
because you nasty, and you
episode-
fresh,
what?
huh? You fresh. You just nasty. You fresh.
I wasn't trying to be nasty. I didn't say
Number
anything. I
episode
didn't do
49 of the
said
Mr. Know-It-All
said
podcast. Hey, talkers, can I introduce the podcast, please? Thank you. Episode 49 of the Mr. Know-It-All podcast.
Podcast on time? No.
Duh, I guess.
Shut up, please.
I am your host, Mr.
Shut
Know-It-All,
Talk to him, though.
aka Keith Saunders,
Uh-huh.
BKA Michael Voorhees,
Talk to
and
him.
aka Haku if you want to be rapper about it.
Spit hot fire.
I got a new rapper I like.
Who's that?
Who
Who's
is
that
he?
rapper?
Eminem.
Oh, no, it's not.
What happened
Okay,
to
it's Dylan. It's Dylan. I love my Dylan.
If y'all watching on YouTube, it's a little odd today, because we got guests in here. But
Hi, guys.
to my right.
Far
To
right.
your far right.
Yep.
Oh damn! I gotta introduce you first. I guess so. Yeah.
We still gotta
To my
keep it going.
to my far right.
Fuck you mean?
To my right.
Go ahead. What's
my right.
what's your name?
Oh, it's your boy Rough Rider.
No.
R Dots.
Mm-hmm.
Ruffy Hendrix.
Mhm.
The General Mr. I'm Going In, aka I am Ruffy Hendrix, the mouth of the South.
No. Right. And to his left, in my close right,
In the middle.
What up, though?
Money in the middle.
is Smurfette Supreme
I know. That's what I said. Money in the middle.
hot chocolate. All right. Introduce yourself.
You know, in a couple of months, I'm gonna have my hot chocolate. I am what I drink.
Mm.
But you know, it's KQ,
Tough
KQ,
Right.
and the diva.
Right.
When is it?
At all times.
At all
Chops.
times.
The
At all
mother-
But we got
times.
some guests up in the house.
We
yes.
do. We got guests in the building,
Yes.
as promised, as advertised. Cause she hit me up and said, "No, we need to make like a whole flyer, a little something." I said, "All right, you know, we gonna make it happen." You know what I'm saying? Got to make it official. We have Samone and Meek from the All the Smoke podcast.
All the smoke.
Hey. We fight.
What's up? What's up with y'all? I am so happy that y'all here. Well, now we've been. All right, let me stop clapping.
You know I like all the
You know what
smoke.
I'm
I love all the smoke.
And he.
I love all the smoke.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So, what's been going on with y'all? How y'all living? How's everything going and whatnot? I listen to the podcast weekly.
No, introduce them. Who
I
are
just-
they? No, let them. We need to hear their voices. They need to introduce.
There you go.
Can you ladies?
To my left,
Thank you.
my close left.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe get my Howard Finkel on.
Get it on then.
Rocking the black hoodie with some sly shit on it, with an ATS episode 12 quote on it from Northeast Philadelphia. It's Samone. Now you gotta say hi.
Hey.
And to my far left, with a Peace in Philly black hoodie on.
Yes, we need it.
Doing a thing as always. It's Meek.
She was supposed to say, hey.
Oh man, but that's what's up, man. I'm so glad to have y'all here because I want to talk some shit with y'all. I want to talk some shit, and I
We
appreciate
appreciate the
y'all.
opportunity.
Appreciate y'all coming out. Really. This is gonna be fun. All right. What I like to do is I like to give a shout out to the people that listen to us. Spotify listeners, Apple Podcast listeners, Google Podcast listeners, Stitcher listeners, Anchor listeners, home team for y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's y'all home team as well, and the YouTube viewers.
We see
love
you.
y'all. What's up? What's
We
happening?
see you.
What's happening?
We
Don't
need y'all to see us more, but we see you.
Yep. Absolutely. Get with us on IG at Mr.KnowItAll_pod. Also, fuck with us on Facebook, which y'all always do. That group,
Fan
is,
page
that
be
group is ridiculous, man.
Shout
Y'all
out to
are
Kelly.
true.
Popping now.
Shout out
I
to
know.
Kelly.
Yeah. Kelly,
just posted something.
Kelly is definitely the administrator of the administrators when it comes to
Yeah.
that. She's on top of that all the time.
When you
Mr.
in
Know,
that voice, you
Mr.
ain't
Know It All Pod fan page on Facebook, and please send us all your fuckery, duckery, and schmuckery over to the Gmail account at Mr. KnowItAllPod@gmail.com. Where can we find you ladies at? At the All the Smoke podcast.
All the Smoke podcast at gmail.com.
Pull the mic closer. Pull the mic closer. And make sure everybody hear that.
Put it in your mouth.
Not the mic.
And she said it with a nice little
She said Patreon.
And you see how she grabbed it?
Yikes.
She was so gentle with it.
So did she?
All the Smoke podcast at gmail.com. On Facebook, All the Smoke podcast. Instagram is another one with the underscore, all underscore, the underscore, smoke underscore podcast.
Okay.
Twitter, all the smoke pod.
Right.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
That's it.
That is what's up.
That's it.
Okay, so
What people email her? Where are emails at? Where are
I know
emails?
she
She gave her Gmail.
No.
Emails.
I'm saying she get emails.
Listen, no.
We looking for
She
our
get
email.
no. They get emails, right? So here's the shit, right? I be listening. They get whole stories.
Yeah,
So they get whole stories through the email, right? I tell niggas to give us a story, and then all of a sudden I turn around and we get a long soliloquy.
Where's Humberto? What the fuck happened
I
to
know.
his story?
They send us the shit in the in the comments in the group and the messages and whatnot.
man.
Oh, I had this one
Or the
time. I'm like,
or the
send that
inbox.
shit over to the email. But you know, it is what it is. People communicate the way they want to communicate. We always start the show off with the useless fact. This useless fact is kind of empowering. The shortest sentence in the English language might be the most powerful. I am. Boom.
What's the hashtag?
Drop
What was the hashtag?
a bomb on it.
I am.
Sometimes I like to uplift and empower. You know what I'm saying? I like
Thank
that
you
though.
for that.
But no, it is actually a good look though.
Yes.
It really is. And I feel like I'm in a room full of people that are. You know what I'm saying? That I am and they do. So that's a good look. You know what I'm saying? Y'all. You know, I like to be surrounded by like-minded people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Doing shit.
We
You know what I mean? The correct way. Yeah, trying to move something because you know.
Solidify.
Absolutely, because
Can I fuck
everything.
with that a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
I
Absolutely.
would have to challenge that.
Okay.
I would have to challenge it and say that the shortest sentence in the English language is no.
Ooh.
Period. I'm learning how
I
to
said
say
what I
it.
said. Yes.
I'm learning how to
I
say
said
it.
what I said.
I like that. I like that.
I am as powerful, but so is no.
It is. But because it's a useless fact, the reason why I mentioned that is because it is recognized in the dictionary and in the English language as the shortest sentence. Even though no is a short sentence, but so is yes, and then so is maybe. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where I think that they're looking at something that actually has two words.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know. It is what it
looking at
is.
the structure
But I
of
agree
it
with you
all.
though. I agree with you though. 100%. Definitely.
No is a beautiful sentence.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
No.
Okay, so shit. Let's
Let's get it
let's get into to the current events.
What's poppin'?
So a whole lot of fuckery going on.
Oh man.
Whole lot of fuckery
Please
going
start
on.
with the one I want to.
This is
about.
2020.
Now that everybody want to start off with this one. Cardi and Offset.
I guess that was
Cardi B has filed
Nope.
for divorce from
yeah.
Offset. Somebody please tell me what the hell's going on.
It wasn't the WAP. The WAP is just fine.
See, I knew you was gonna do that.
He wanted all sorts of WAPs. He just didn't want her WAP. It was that community ass dick that was the problem.
See,
It was that community ass dick that was the problem before she got engaged at Powerhouse. The reason why she left from the gate,
right.
even though she was pregnant,
She
was because she caught him cheating.
But how-
She told him, if I catch you cheating while we're married, I'm out. I can show you better
But
than I can tell you.
why didn't she leave when she caught him the first time?
She wasn't married to him
Before
the
she got
first
married.
time.
Okay, so here,
she
boom.
gave him another chance.
So
He fucked up.
So from what I've seen on the internet, I've seen her basically say, no, we just grew apart. There's no baby.
'Cause it ain't.
There was no extracurricular activity going on. I'm just tired of arguing and we grew apart.
She tried to keep y'all out of her business.
All right, but I mean, either way, like,
I mean,
y'all
for
still
real,
breaking
for
up. You know how you keep us out of your business? Get divorced and don't tell nobody. And then tell us on the back end. I understand that you're a public figure, but I
Tell
mean,
your publicist to shut the fuck up.
I don't know. I mean, what do y'all think about that? How do y'all feel about this entire thing in general?
Look. So I'm never going to shame a woman for making a decision to prioritize herself.
Right.
And say, hey, this
And
is
her
what I
child.
am looking for. This is what I need. This is a part of, my growth and my, life experience. I'm never going to shame her for that. I think we can all admit that, damn, it's fucked up that a family has broken and a child is in the middle of it. But I think what's even more powerful and empowering is being able to say, hey, this is not what I wanted from my relationship, and being able to draw the line in the sand. And it doesn't really matter at what point you draw the line in the sand. It's just that you do, that you recognize that this isn't what I want, for my life. This isn't, how I want my daughter to view relationships. So I am making the stand for myself. And that divorce, unfortunately, is going to be my option. I mean, they got divorced for a reason. I don't, jive with the idea that just because you have kids or just because, you're a public figure, that means somehow you gotta stick and deal with bullshit that you wouldn't normally.
Right.
She said, bitch, I ain't Beyonce. I ain't doing it.
So,
Cardi texted me and you upset.
say it again.
Cardi put this pussy on, not Offset, at least not anymore. And that's the bottom line. Like, he embarrassed her.
Okay.
Religiously.
Right.
Religiously. And
Okay.
I think that at some point, even the most forgiving of women
Right.
have,
Have a
like you
limit.
said, that threshold, right? And so it goes beyond the hurt, the pain, the disappointment. She is a public figure and their relationship is very public. And
Okay.
so whether it's a baby or not, it's going to come out. And so I think for her, the decision was, I'm going to, take the reins on this one and be the one to not just, put it out there, but let everybody know that I'm the one that made the decision.
Okay.
Right? And I think for her, going on the whole empowering tip, it was empowering for her to do so.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to get more of the same. And she's already being dragged, right?
Right.
Like what you mentioned in the beginning, because
Yeah.
you said about it ain't the why.
It
That's
ain't.
the first thing that people are like, oh, well, I guess you better been cooking and cleaning, right?
Yeah.
That wouldn't
Them all the
stop
memes
shit.
I see. That had
wouldn't
nothing to do
stop
with
That's too much,
That
man.
wouldn't have done anything differently.
She could have been a homemaker and a multimillionaire.
Never stopped
And
the motherfucker
he-
from doing what they wanted
If
to
he
do. Not
wanted,
never.
if he want to get whopped from you, and left, he gonna do what he want to do.
Who left?
I don't know.
And I think it's also something, equally important to mention is that if she had stayed, we would have talked shit about her staying with a
Facts.
dude
'Cause
who
he
publicly and religiously violated the terms of y'all, marriage or agreement or however you want to define it.
Right,
And now
right,
that she's
right.
making the choice, owning the choice to leave, people are talking shit about it.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
And I
That's
think
exactly what it is.
I think that's
yeah.
the biggest difference between Beyonce and Jay and Cardi and Offset. We didn't know about Beyonce and Jay until their albums came out. And by this time, they had been in therapy and did whatever they was going to do.
You
This
know
shit
what?
played out in the public.
So
I
that's
hate
the
to be that
interesting
person.
thing about that, right?
Don't be that
Yeah.
person.
The
Yeah, all right.
interesting thing about it is we had a conversation not that long ago, and we were talking about, matter of fact, the other day, we were talking about the difference between a cheater and a person who cheated.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that I don't know anything about any of these people, right?
Right.
But I think that Jay,
But from visual.
right, in his own account, was taking accountability and responsibility for what he had done. Right? And so I would say whatever happened behind closed doors, he cheated.
Yeah.
Right? I would not label this man a cheater, though. Offset, my guy, my man. This is literally like a part of.
This
like,
is
who
what you do.
are. You don't know if these chicks got WAP
Right,
or what
right.
they got. You could be out here fucking around.
You
with
don't
Shapiro.
care.
Yeah, being chicks. You don't know what the fuck. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, what ass p word.
But
You
see,
know what I mean?
the-
Like, what the fuck is it for? Like, you're just out here because clearly it's something else going on, and I
Right,
ain't
right.
gonna psychoanalyze the bull.
Yeah.
But
I
there's
also-
some
You want to
shit going
attack
on.
whatever you can.
I also think that first and foremost, in the businesses they're in, all the celebrities we just mentioned, perception is reality, and the problem that goes on is that a lot of times people move strategically, especially when it comes to things like this. So when we talk about Jay, we make the comparison with Jay and Beyonce. We're talking about them who are a powerhouse of a couple, who are worth $1.5 billion, who can't get up in the morning and take a shit without a wiper. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how they move. You know what I mean? Everything they do is under a microscope. So if something like that happens, you goddamn right, it's going to look a different way to everybody else. Offset, this nigga, he got other baby moms, he got other kids, he wilds out. He's in the same, now he's not in the same realm as Future or anything like that. But he's damn close. But no, his Future wild though.
2 steps behind.
Yeah, but see what I'm saying is that when we talk about Jay, because we've known Jay from the rip, you know Jay ain't got no other kids, but with Beyonce, him and all right. Except yeah, it is a couple. It's a couple of situations.
Just like Jane and Jay don't have no kids.
But that proves okay. But that proves my point. That proves my point about what I'm saying. When you get of a certain status and you are powerful, like Jay-Z has been powerful and rich in rap for a long time. So even if they used to call his illegitimate son Young Bastard, I remember that they used to Wendy Williams used to say that shit on the radio, Young Bastard. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's the case, that's the 15th thing on your mind when you think about Jay-Z. It's kind of like Magic Johnson's having HIV. It's not the first thing you think about when you think about Jay-Z. Becky with the good hair ain't the first thing you think about when it comes to Jay-Z no more. Even though we know for a fact that this went on and this happened and she sang about it. So what they do is they take their pain, they flip it, and they make albums about this shit. And it blows my mind because this is strategic. You fucked up. I strategically made this shit the way that it needs to be now. I've cured our situation. You know what I'm saying? I've cured our situation because now I was able to present it to the world the way that I wanted to.
She was able to control the perception.
Right, and that's the point. That's the reason why Cardi's going through what she's going through, because her shit is genuine, but she doesn't have that power in order to control that. You know what I'm saying? She's just like, hey, look, I got the #1 song. You know what I mean? Wet ass pussy. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I can't keep this nigga from cheating. She couldn't mold it the way she wanted to mold it. So that's why she's on defense right now.
The worst part of it is because you come out with a song like this, and then
you fall.
Weeks
so it's like
later,
you fuck around. I'm sorry. She put the.
I'm not finished.
Y'all,
I was talking.
That's Simone, Chris.
If y'all see it, they fucking sharing the mic today, y'all. This is crazy.
I already told you it was going to be a problem.
Go ahead.
That's the problem with her PR, just everything that's managed by her.
Right.
Because you need to be on point with your team to be like, I'm putting this song out. I know, just everyone needs to know what's going on in your life.
Right.
So when you put a song out like this and you talk about, you opened yourself up to be the mean queen for at least the next month and a half. Because you going to talk about, I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me tell you how I got this ring. Now you filing for divorce from board. But we told y'all that when you was here in Philly, like,
bottom line is
goes back to that question of if you want to say no, I want to think about it. He put her on the spot when he asked her to marry him. Kelly, don't do that. The reason why I'm gonna tell you, no, because look at faces.
He did it 2 nights in a row.
Okay.
He did it 2 nights in a row.
So what?
This shit was strategically planned.
What's the shortest
I don't know. I can't believe.
What's the shortest sentence?
Nah.
She should eat, pregnant or not. That's a situation.
She wasn't gonna say no. She wasn't gonna say no.
No, she wasn't gonna say no. But I do agree that this could potentially.
She had the option.
Absolutely.
She had the option to say no.
This potentially could have been strategically planned, because think about it like this. Yes, she would have to experience a certain amount of like pain from having that constantly like shoved in her face, right? Like, you get a divorce. Oh, you said this and that. But all them hashtag wops about, oh, you should have been cooking and cleaning, they're still talking about her.
And that's the point.
Whether it's good, bad, or
no,
indifferent.
Absolutely.
They're still talking.
But that's what good fame does for you. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why.
Her.
But that's the reason why.
Talking about him.
But if she was more of in a controlled situation, they would be able to turn this into some real thorough shit. And they might not even break up, because I think that's the difference and whatnot. You look, a lot of these couples play for the long haul when it comes to it. Jay-Z and Beyonce, regardless if they break up 16 years from now or they break up tomorrow, they have found a way for them to be together under this microscope. You know what I'm saying? And I think that them two, that wasn't what they was thinking about. They're younger, they're a little bit more naive, when they're a lot more hood. You know what I'm saying? Because they haven't been in the business for that long. So that's kind of what I look at when I see them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just my thought.
I just think he put her in a very precarious position when he put her on the spot at the engagement situation.
I just don't like the repeat. I don't like the repeat. I don't like that at Power 99 and Power 105 you had, and I understand that it's Powerhouse and this is what they do. Power 99 is on Friday. Powerhouse for 105 what is it, 105.9 in New York is on Saturday, and you do the same thing for every one of the shows, but you did a marriage proposal twice. You know what I'm saying? That idea of that bothers me because it makes me feel as if, hey, look, y'all got a little, y'all got a little strategy behind what y'all doing. I'm not saying that you knew about the first one, but you damn sure knew about the second one. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have just said, let's just not do this again. But my thing is that now when you decide to float with it, then that becomes, you know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm not saying they wasn't happy. I'm not saying that they didn't have, you know what I mean, a good relationship. I don't know nothing about they shit. I just know what I know when it comes down to it. And I think that her not being able to control the narrative around the reason why she's getting a divorce to everybody else is the problem that she's having right now. I still fuck with her music though.
And some,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
ultimately though, a lot of their relationship, they made a song that really kind of breaks it down to what it's all about.
But do anything for clout.
Mm-hmm. Their whole relationship.
Wow.
It's been for the public.
I don't even want to. That's a whole nother topic. I don't even want to delve too far into that.
They're trying to control it, but it's been for, as we're doing right now, the buzz. No matter whether it's good, bad, ugly, we're continually talking about it. Yeah. So we're keeping their names going.
Right.
They'll make a gazillion memes about her. Listen, a man gonna do what a man gonna do. That's a sad feature. The same token, a woman's gonna do what a woman's gonna do.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, who the hell of us to judge them? They problems is they problems. Whether it was because of the not cooking, cleaning, bullshit. I mean, but honestly, sometimes some of those issues
at this point,
are
she got somebody in the house to do all that.
But
yeah.
But
we ain't worried about it.
Yeah, ain't talk about that. I mean, the bars and the rap is bars and rap.
Like shit happens, unfortunately.
Well, they don't. I mean, at least listen. And we already seen a lot of what's going on with tumultuous breakups and divorces. So we don't. I wanted to talk about this though. What the fuck is wrong with Dr. Dre's wife? What did he do? What did he do? Like, listen, I'm sorry, I'm a man. I have to say, I'm taking a stance a little bit. What is the problem? Why not? See, okay, you don't like I said it last episode. She hates this nigga, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? If he did something to her,
okay, what did she ask for now?
She is now suing for intellectual property, for trademarks. She's saying that she came up with the name Dr. Dre.
Oh,
she's saying that she named the Chronic.
She wasn't even with him.
And that's my point. That's my fucking point.
This part I'm
sorry. That's my point, though. And so my thing is that, and I understand being bitter.
You was Dr. Dre when NWA came out, and you didn't even know her.
Listen. I get it.
She didn't smoke
Hey yo, what the fuck?
The Chronic.
I get it. So my thing. So that's what I'm saying. So. And we talk about this.
That Chronic,
we talk about this a lot. We talk about this a lot. We go back. We talk about this a lot. Though we go back and forth about it and whatnot. I know, listening to y'all podcast, I know y'all stance on it. It's going to be different than my stance on it, especially when we start talking about. I agree with the whole. Hey, look. You know what I'm saying? Y'all breaking up. You worth a whole lot of money. She gonna get some of that money. You know what I'm saying? I said it last week. Mike was worth $600 million. Him and Juanita broke up. He gave it $250. Told her to keep moving. He made the money back. Jeff Bezos, he was worth $140.
Fuck Jeff Bezos.
Oh yeah, well that's a whole nother topic. Yeah,
she said it with
Jeff. So I know she damn sure she leaned into us and fuck Jeff Bezos.
My apologies.
Continue. but honestly, and it's just like, why? What is it? Can y'all like explain to me?
Nope.
No, don't do that. Explain to me why she is like. I understand trying to get whatever you can get. Is this just being vindictive, or is this just saying like, look, I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm gonna do and say what I gotta say, or take what I gotta take.
I don't know.
I don't know enough about the story, right? I don't know enough about the backstory to really give definitive points of view on her specifically.
Right.
And yes, I will say, starting off, there are a lot of quote unquote bitter women who feel like, you know, I'm not continuing on the train of your success type thing, right? I get that part.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about her saying she penned the name Dr. Dre or that she helped him create a name of his album. Because my thing is, Chronic been out for a minute. Dr. Dre is a pen name been out for a minute.
Right.
I don't know where you've been at, sis.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what your motivation is now.
Right.
But I do think that a lot of times it's not just a matter of you're worth a lot of money. Now let me get some money. As much as it is whatever. So we only see the good side of the lifestyle. Right?
Of course.
We see
course.
the clothes, the cars, the trips, the appearances and shit. It's a lot of deficits in those relationships. A lot of deficits in those relationships. They don't have the traditional, spend time with me. Spend time with me. Spend quality
fucking time with me.
They don't have that.
Are you fucking your friends? Go ahead.
Period. So a lot of times they don't have that thing, and so I think that women who feel like they sacrifice something,
right,
in order to get the greater good, right, the bigger thing, and then when that doesn't work out, now what, right? So you find a lot of women who are like, I lost X amount of years of my life, trying to do this and support you, blah blah. Like you coming back and you a 40-something, 50-year-old woman wondering, now what? What the fuck am I supposed to do with my life now? Because you ain't the Mrs.
Whoever the hell.
Dr. Dre.
Young Mrs. Young.
Dre.
Yeah, Mrs. Dr. Dre.
Yes.
What's up? Yeah.
I had to look it up to see exactly what the hell was going on. So People Magazine has an article.
Right.
So it says, in court documents obtained by People, Young, 50, claimed that Dre secretly transferred valuable trademarks they jointly owned, both the name Dr. Dre as well as his hit album The Chronic, after allegedly kicking her out of their home in April. So in the lawsuit, Young alleges that shortly before being forced to leave their family home, Dre registered a new holding company and he began transferring the highly valuable trademarks, misrepresenting himself as the sole owner.
They've been married for 24 years. The Chronic came out in 1992. Dr. Dre has been around since 88. So somebody please tell me if they've been together for that. Let's go
back. Are they in California?
Yeah.
So I think that divorce laws about
it's already half anyway,
right? And so I'm not. I don't think, and I could be wrong because I like Meek said, I don't know all the specifics about the case,
right?
But what I do know about divorce law is that because it is a product of that was a product of their relationship. Right. So she got. I'm not saying she is entitled to half of it,
but that's what they're gonna.
Right. That's what any lawyer would do. Not saying that she would get that, but we damn sure gonna fucking ask for it.
But you know what's funny? The breakdown is a little bit different though.
The thing is, you gotta ask for as much as possible to get.
And so
to
while
the
everybody's
number.
all hyped, like I can't believe she's asking for this. Her lawyer would be an ass if he didn't.
He did. I understand, but what about? Okay, so if things ended amicably, which they're not, and you just ask for a reasonable number, like when I was saying with the Juanita thing and whatnot, if you asking for 40% and you get 40%, especially when it was a prenup involved, it was a prenup that was involved.
Yeah. Huh? That's only if it's amicable. But if you in the nasty shit fight that they in right now,
right?
No, I'm asking for $100 million.
Yes.
And
but you
I want to walk away with half
Give me
of
everything.
That, I'm good.
She asked for
Shoot
$2 million
stars
and land on the stars.
Fall into the clouds. And bitch, I'm eating.
But goddamn, that was his baby.
Yes.
That was his fucking cinnamon apple at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like real rap. Like you going.
I'm just trying to
we
figure
got
out
kids together.
The lawyer said,
fuck you, pay me.
And you gonna make out something crazy. I'm worth $890 million.
And this is
I'm almost a billionaire.
I want
Even if that's the case, she still asked for more half. She was more than half. She's asked for $2 million a month.
Look, she's trying to guarantee that half.
$2 million a month.
Well, just ask for half.
What the fuck is
just
she
come
doing?
out like, you know what? I just want half his shit.
$2 million a month.
A lot.
$2 million a month. He's still
explain.
Because this bitch might not make it. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
She might not make it.
Yup. I know some niggas that drive bad too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's still in jail, but you know, he making phone calls.
Call me.
Niggas wild. Like I just don't. And that's yup.
But I guess what the lawyer is saying that Andre's plan all along was to deny Nicole's ownership rights. The lawsuit alleges, claiming that the transfers were made before Dre threatened to file for divorce on June 27th, and then he went to initiate proceedings 2 days later on June 29th.
So he filed for divorce.
You said what?
So he filed for divorce.
It don't listen. It's a lot of fuckery that goes along with that. But
Like, bitch,
not
be
in their
gone.
personal business or whatnot. All I'm
Please,
saying
be
is
gone.
that I
Go that way.
say get this 300 get this
that way.
300 million together. Get this 300 million together. You take that 300 because that's what exactly is going to happen. I think she's trying to stick it to him by having him these lawyer fees. It's like $1,000 an hour to get a top notch lawyer. So therefore, she knows she fucking him over. Oh, I'm gonna get you to spend another 10, 30 million in between the time when we settle out for court. What the
Because
fuck
eventually-
what did this nigga do? What did
Eventually,
he
when
do?
everything is done,
Apparently not what I said.
her legal fees will be something he has to pay out anyway
God
too. So he's paying for
damn.
both lawyers.
Oh my gosh.
La la la.
All right, something a little bit more morbid. Rest in peace to RBG.
Notorious.
The notorious RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Notorious.
We don't like to grow extra political, but we will throw a jab at Trump and whatnot. This is not as light as everybody's making it seem. You know what I'm saying? This is not we're just not burying a Supreme Court justice. Trump, an hour after she was dead, was talking about replacing her.
Yeah.
And you know what happens in the midst of that? That when you have a majority rule of Republicans in the Supreme Court again,
Well, that's the problem.
Yep.
Because when this happened,
Jesus.
when Obama was going into the election year, we were still 10
with Merrick Garland.
Still 10 months.
Wow.
So he should have actually been able to nominate someone because we were 10 months before the election.
Right.
But to be 2 months, 40 some odd days before an election.
Right.
And then you have the one person that fought, Mitch McConnell, that fought so hard to block Obama from doing what he's saying Trump can do.
Right.
Is the problem. If Hillary would have won, which, you know, we're not even going to go down that road right now. If Hillary would have won, RBG would have retired in 2016.
Oh, right. Yeah.
She held on. Like her niece said, the last thing my aunt said to me was, do not let him replace me.
Wait until February.
Right.
Wait until February.
Yeah.
February.
She fought. Who in looking at politics in general, everything that we know, who do we know that has that fortitude or strength to try to have stayed on, to fight her health that long just to block him?
It's a problem. So
that's a problem.
So because
she
of this,
what, 87 years old?
87.
I thought she was 93.
Well, no, that's her industry age. Industry age is 87. You gotta respect that shit. You know what I'm saying?
The camera adds 10 pounds,
but
that shit added 10 years.
Yeah, but about 130 wrinkles. But it's shit happens though. You know what I'm saying? You get old. You get old quick. You know what I'm saying?
That shit happened multiple times.
Right.
I mean, hell, if you look at Clinton, both Bushes, you know, Uncle Rocky.
I'm so immature. Both Bushes.
I'm about to say, Baby Bush came out almost like he had little.
Right, you look at them.
Cleared up real good.
You know, you look at them. All of them had dark hair when they walked in, but the magnitude of that office and the responsibility of that office does it to you, and everybody walks out with completely white hair. There's not Uncle Rocky don't have a sprinkle of black hair in his head at all.
And this orange hair pussy sitting up there taking
With
pictures with cheesesteaks and shit. You see him take a picture of cheesesteak and whatnot on Air Force One the other day. I'm like, first and foremost,
don't eat
that cold ass cheesesteak. I'm like, you done had somebody brought it to you, brought it all the way back, unwrapped it, and put it on a plate. I can't stand this nigga. I swear. Does he get reelected? Are we in trouble?
I don't want to talk to you.
We're absolutely.
You already know my contingency plan.
Look, we're absolutely in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm a big person on speaking things out, so I will not say that he will be reelected.
Right.
Yeah,
what I will say is, if by chance they pull the same fuck shit, right? Because I think if God forbid some shit happens, it won't be legitimate.
Yeah.
If some fuck shit happens again,
right.
His presidency won't be the only thing that we have to be concerned with.
The first one wasn't legitimate.
Well, that's the point.
Well, that's
that's what I'm getting at. And Simone and I have discussed at length all the concerns that we have with what could happen with him and his nominee, aka person he gonna get up in that spot, because that's legit what's gonna happen if he's there. And I'm just saying, Roe v. Wade, that's on the table. Yeah. That's on the table. And so I mean, how many abortions I got? You know what?
Oh my God! Oh,
I'm just saying, I'm pro-choice, and the fuck, my choice is about to be taken from me.
Right.
So some shit got popped. I'm just saying.
I had so many gay people. Like, I got gay friends. I'm in the hospitality industry as my profession, and all of them were on their page. They was like, "What now?
Yeah,
what now?"
So
one person, one guy.
All right,
I went to elementary school with.
Y'all depressing the shit out of me.
He gay and he black. He's like, so I guess we just gonna be picking cotton in 2021, huh? And the fact that everybody that commented on the page had no question about what he was referencing. That's
vote.
a problem.
Just vote. Just please go vote. Just please go vote.
I had to go off.
Honestly,
I was at my cousin's barbershop Saturday, and I'm turned towards a whole different wall, and I could hear somebody talking to my cousin. My cousin doesn't like to talk politics. She just likes to get her cut. She's like, and I'm listening to this man. I don't know if he's older, younger, whatever, and he's talking about he don't know who he voting for. And
but you know, Trump said that he was gonna give us some shit on the back end and wasn't shut your ass up.
And
the fuck out of here, dog. What's wrong with you?
My cousin's braiding my hair, and I'm just sitting there like, dude, for real? Are you serious? Are you serious? And then he said one thing. He's like, at least with Trump, you know, he kind of says, you know, what's on his mind. I was like, he stands on a bed of lies. I was like, we're going to go back to Elf. He stands on a bed of lies. That's what he stands. I was like, you know what he stands for? I said, he stands for nothing.
He stands for a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
it don't benefit me.
Oh, no, that's facts.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what it is. It don't benefit us.
Me.
Like, and I'm saying my whole thing is that, but the fuckery is real. He means every drop of fuckery, he says. Like, honestly. And he'll stand on that fuckery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, listen, just vote. Just vote, because I'm telling you now.
I was like, I'm not.
This motherfucker win again. I'm trying to tell you. We can talk all. You know what's funny? And we're gonna get off of this in a second. The thing that bothers me the most is the fact that when he got elected the first time or whatnot. You know how when we say to people, what you see and what you believe is only outside of your window. This not the entire world. It's not the entire country. You're only seeing what's in front of you. So just like, you know, Black Twitter and all the shit that we believe and Instagram and Facebook, it's only our fucking bubble. And the problem with it is when shit happens outside of our bubble that affects our bubble, we like, how the fuck did that happen? They didn't even look like this was gonna happen. So when Trump got elected, it was like, who the fuck is voting for him? Nigga, a lot of people. A lot. Yeah. It's some people in your fucking bubble are voting for him.
50% of white women.
That's another thing.
I just
they like getting grabbed by the crotch.
Pussy, really?
No, it wasn't the crotch. It was grabbing him by the pussy. That's what he said.
Yeah.
I was trying to be nice.
P-word.
But a wet ass P-word? There you go. Meow.
I was like, come on. Like, he said that and you still voted for him. I was like, but like, I said this many, many times before. I was like, not at least, but he had a political machine behind him that knew he didn't need every state. He needed these key states, and that's where he plugged at, and those are the states he won. But now he's saying, you know, the red states got my attention, fuck them blue states. Okay.
All right, so I know y'all want to get off of this topic real quick.
Right.
I think that we can sit here and lay all the blame at Trump's feet if we like, but I think it's a bit disingenuous.
Yeah.
Not to mention the DNC's role in this, because if we're honest with ourselves, this is going to be a repeat of 2016.
Right.
And I think that people aren't conflicted about whether to vote for Trump or vote for Biden-Harris.
Yeah.
I think that none of the options are appealing.
Absolutely.
And I think that if people stay home, it won't be because they're in support of Trump. It's because they are... because the option is not much better. And I think that we on the one hand see Trump as this,
demon.
Okay, demon.
Demon.
He got the hair,
But I think we overlook
Orange.
Biden and Harris
Surprise,
and some of
motherfucker.
the ills that befall them with their political history.
Right.
And so I think we'd be remiss if we just sat and talked about the shit that Trump does and says without really looking in depth
100% agree.
with the DNC and how we consistently find
They
ourselves.
fucked over the last election.
And so, with that being said, I think I would love to be able to come back and, after election day and have to eat my words, but I think we'll see a repeat.
Right.
No,
Vote in smaller elections.
Oh God.
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
But
We
that's
keep
my
talking
thing,
about
is
the
like-
presidency.
Yes.
That's cool and all, but that's a figurehead. And this bull is a rambler, and he talks a lot of shit, and we
He
all
talks
get
around in a
that.
whole
But it's
fucking
the
circle.
people that back him that make the actual things that he wants to have happen
Yes.
Oh,
actually happen.
And I think when you think about, power of the presidency is very minimal. I think what's most important
the
are
Senate
those.
and Congress got more power than him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And we elect those locally.
Right.
And so I think it's equally important. If you're going to get out and vote for the national election, cool, do that. But I think it's also equally important, actually doubly important.
Right.
To
Right.
vote for the
That we are
ones-
active in our
Right.
local elections because
Yeah.
people get out every 4 years to do that vote, but then they forget every 2 years. You got to go back, bitches.
But I think that it has to do with just educating the mass public when it comes down to it, because a lot of times we the people next door to you don't really give a fuck, and that's what it is.
And that's
you know
one
what I'm
of the
saying?
things
Yeah,
I
it's
was
just not
telling the guy in
affecting.
the
You know what I
barbershop.
mean? They feel like it's not affecting them, but this is what affects you the most. All right, let's get off of this shit because I'm it's depressing, man. I hate this shit, man. It gets on my fucking nerves. And by the way,
This is Sparta!
because by sooner or later, all this politics shit gonna have that. It's gonna be a done deal. Because back and forth with motherfuckers trying to control situations that they really, really can't control. When you start talking about the uprising, and we was talking about it before, and I hate, you talk about wars, words like civil war and all that. It gets on my fucking nerves. Gets on my nerves. Yeah, I don't give a fuck who it is. If recipes Breonna Taylor, if you come in my house and try to shoot me, give a fuck if you a cop or not. You catching one. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Gun licenses and
I'll
passports.
smile in front of the judge.
You know what I'm saying? It
Gun
is what it
licenses
is.
and
I'll
passports.
smile
Exactly.
at the judge.
Ghana is offering dual citizenship.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
I'm a convicted felon, so I'm not supposed to be in possession of a firearm.
So
That's
therefore,
all I'ma say.
So therefore, you are not.
Yeah, so you're not. So you're
I'm
not
not.
talking about
So
that.
therefore, you are
I'm
not.
I know.
not.
Period.
I'm not.
That's all we're gonna say about that.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
we're
it.
gonna leave that alone.
That's it. Kanye tripping.
When is he not?
No.
Okay.
I want no. Listen.
This
I don't
could
even
be a
want to. I don't want.
2-second conversation.
Yeah, it's a 2-second conversation. Here's the deal. Kanye been tripping. We don't fuck with Kanye because Kanye fuck with Trump. We've already come to that point. Kanye is fighting a huge
So therefore,
battle.
there's some merit to some of the shit that he says. He's out of his fucking mind, and he's going up against juggernauts, but he's become one himself. So therefore, he's talking about his masters and his intellectual property and things of that sort, but he also blends it in with talking about how he wants to piece it up with Drake and all this. He's out of his fucking mind. He's going through. He has mental health issues. But the thing is, though, don't just we through it, and I don't just ignore Kanye because he's a Trump supporter. Because the fight that he's fighting, regardless of, because he's actually been on the inside of that as well. He has a music label and he's taking people's royalties. He's taking people's fucking intellectual property. He owns masters and shit like that. But he wants to get his back and he's trying to take it to the music label. More power to him. Because I think it is an uphill battle. Like I was talking about Joe Budden last week when we was talking about the ownership thing. Listen, I keep mentioning this shit because it means so much, yo. It's not a fucking game. Because now we can do this shit. We post this ourselves through a third-party provider that distributes this shit for us every week.
That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? So therefore, and we still own our intellectual property. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is that we don't have to fuck with them. We can take it off of them. You know what I'm saying? And they actually help us in this game. This is what I'm talking about when it comes down to. We talk about exclusive deals. We talk about motherfuckers being paid a certain amount. Know your worth. Know your worth. Know your worth. No.
Somebody
And
just
charge tax.
let's shoot him with a medicine dart.
Listen.
Huh?
To be honest with you, he is a necessary evil at times.
No, you know what?
He's a necessary evil at times.
Can I sum it real simply?
What's that?
Him and Dr. Dre's wife need to stop taking whatever drugs they're taking.
First of all, he ain't taking no drugs. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
He's not taking the prescribed shit. That's the problem. He's taking other shit.
No,
It's called Kardashian.
Right.
But that's a whole
And if you get off that Kardashian wop, you be alright. Next.
I don't even think it's wild.
Me.
Anyway, that's yeah, exactly.
I think it's trash.
I don't think it's wild. Ain't no wild.
It might be the head.
It's well. It's. You said it's what?
Why don't we ask Nick Cannon and on radar?
It was probably the it was probably the mouth.
It's just but it's well marketed. All of it is well marketed, dog. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a what? You know what I'm saying?
I can't get back.
Start talking about
You know what?
people.
I'm going to shut up
Next topic.
I'm going to shut up now.
So, yeah, no, honestly, because they used to have unibrows. You already know.
But then when they get wet, it look all nice.
You got a unibrow.
I'm sorry.
If you got a unibrow, you definitely got an ass fro.
Yeah.
That might be the name of it. Like, I'm just saying. I mean, to me, certain things fall into play that way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Last current event, Roy Jones is scared now.
Told y'all.
He's scared.
Told y'all. Go back to episode, whatever episode it was, and I said it.
Yo,
all day, every day.
When you start watching nigga training videos and say, I think I made a mistake. Oh my God. Yo. Roy Jones gonna get killed. Oh my God.
Hold up.
I can't do this.
Hold up. Because you know Roy Jones is a showman. So of course the realization is there. But do you think part of it is actually to sell it?
No, that nigga scared.
Nigga,
no.
I don't give a fuck. You ain't gotta tell me shit. You ain't gotta sell me shit. I wanna see Mike fight. I'm paying my money to see Mike fight.
Even the contract to fight who? And I ain't too much scared.
I'm not signing a contract to fight Mike Tyson
for how many rounds?
No.
I've got $3.
8 rounds.
No,
huh?
8 rounds.
You got 3. You got 3.
8 rounds.
But Mike Tyson gonna hurt Roy Jones. And that's it. Mike Tyson. No. Mike Tyson. Mike got this thing about him. He actually got a podcast. Big shout out to his podcast. I actually like it. Whatnot. Mike got this thing. You know how and
you can kind of understand him.
You know niggas in the hood and whatnot that enjoy the thrill of fighting and shit like that, and just for any reason and whatnot. For something, you know what I'm saying? They cool, they chill people and whatnot. Or something go on, they be the first one looking like, do I have to fuck somebody up? I ain't fucked somebody up for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Cause like Mike got this thing. He's like I don't. He's like I got this thing inside of me. It harms me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a bitch.
Yes, sir.
I feel like a bitch when it's not there, but when I let it out.
For Mike Tyson, I swear it has to be some kind of switch for him, because as soon as he get in the ring, I mean, come on. How many times you done watch a Mike Tyson fight and went to go get some popcorn and the shit was over?
I ain't never watched. I ain't never left.
I learned after my first Mike Tyson fight, don't leave. Don't leave.
But when he was talking about the time when he was punching the guy, he said he was making sexual sounds. He was and then I was punching him. I'm like, God damn, Mike. He told the nigga, he's like, I'm gonna eat your kids and fuck you till you love me. I'm not fighting the nigga that says this to me.
No, he said,
like, don't say that to me.
He said bite ears and shit.
I'm just saying, don't talk to me that way.
See,
you know what I'm saying? You can beat the fuck up. Don't talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck is we talking about? Like,
that's him getting in your mind, trying to make you fight him.
Yo, I can't. Listen, I'm over even the thought of this not being a massacre.
But see, understand, he could do that with regular people. That's why that shit didn't work when it came to Lennox Lewis.
No, fuck that. You know why it didn't work when it came to Lennox Lewis?
You're fucking.
No, don't do that. He fought Lennox Lewis 5 years too late. When he wanted to fight Lennox before, he would have knocked Lennox fucking head off. You know what I'm saying? See, that's everybody that Mike lost to. Everybody that Mike lost to, he lost to because he was on the back end and he was taking medication. If the Mike Tyson that fought Mitch Green, busted. Well, no, because remember he was going through that shit with Robin Givens and whatnot, and he was on it. Yeah,
he wasn't training. That nigga was going anything.
If the Mike Tyson that fought Mitch Green fought Lennox Lewis, Lennox Lewis wouldn't be able to walk. Something is wrong with this nigga.
I'm about to start saying that division.
like
about to see what happens.
I know. Eat your children. This nigga's a wow. Alright, so All right, topics real quick. Let's talk about some shit. You had a topic in mind, something that y'all wanted to bring up? Want to talk to us about?
So yes and no, right?
Okay.
I was thinking about this Cardi shit, and I know we was talking about it with the current events and shit.
Right.
But it's something to be said about living in the public eye in your intimate relationships, right? So I know we say things like, well, just don't put it out there, right? Like, I mean, even you saying like, look, tell your people, you know what I mean, to do this shit underhandedly.
Yes.
Let everybody have to know. Well, I think that's easier said than done.
Right.
I think that almost everything they do is being watched, like under a microscope type shit.
Right.
And so I think for a person like Cardi, who comes from the street, you know what I mean, ghetto as fuck, and then Kelly, you was talking about in comparison to like Beyonce and shit like that. I mean, when we saw Beyonce, we also saw Solange, Jay up in the fucking elevator. Like, she, you know what I mean, she got that backup type shit. You know what I mean? It's a whole different type of relationship. They had a whole different caliber relationship. It's a whole different type of, you know,
it's a whole different balance.
You ever seen Hennessy?
You was
Hennessy will fuck somebody the fuck out.
That elevator was everything.
But I'm just imagining, right? That coming from where she comes from, on a regular, chicks do be like more forgiving. Chicks do be more like, all right, I'm gonna beat this bitch up real quick, right? We gonna patch this shit up. We gonna be together. And I think Cardi has continually tried to prove herself as a different type of woman. Like, she's trying to demonstrate her evolution, whether it's politically, like we've been talking about, because she's been very vocal.
Yeah.
Like, she's crazy vocal.
She's holding meetings.
Period. Versus that, you know what I mean? Then, like you said before, Kelly, about I told you that one time that you got the one. Right, you do the shit again, it's a wrap. Her trying to establish those boundaries and being more clear and more vocal about her expectations. And so, like, I think that
this is not the image she wants to show her.
Yeah, this is a big shattering to that image, exactly.
Right.
That person that she wants to portray, and I think it's difficult to live in the public eye and be in any type of relationship. These relationships, let me say something. Celebrity relationships run faster than LGBTQIA ones. Okay? Seriously.
She said IT.
Yeah, no. She did
fuck him up.
Yeah.
Fuck him up.
I have yet to be able to. I just said alphabet last time. I don't like because when the extra letters are added, I never can keep up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, so the LB.
Because I was like, I don't know what these letters
mean. We gonna make it simple and say Rainbow Break Commission.
We are not gonna say the goddamn Rainbow Break Commission. This ain't the goddamn Care Bears.
You can't even say Rainbow Coalition because that's associated with something else.
It did that part.
That's true.
And I ain't gonna get into what fuck that got.
I actually, you know what? Hold up. Wait. Let's continue on the Cardi thing, because I actually had a topic of that I wanted to talk about that whole situation and whatnot. It's not directly about the alphabet situation. It's about it's more about.
But that's still the same.
It's just
shit.
something
That's
different.
Like when you in a relationship, point blank period, just you and your man, but you putting shit on social media. If you don't want people to be in your business, don't put it out there.
I mean, that's what they say.
That's what they say.
But goddamn. So like, I can't never have shit. I can't experience shit that I want to share at all, for fear that maybe sometime, maybe possibly, probably, I don't know, some shit gonna be. That's bullshit. That's not real life.
And I think one of the differences.
That's the sad thing, that with anything, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Anything with it's so sad at this day and age that when it comes to any of your personal information, as soon as you put it in the public, it is public, and so you're putting yourself at the risk of being judged by millions of people who don't even know who the fuck you really are, besides from seeing pictures and posts of you. And you never know who they are, what they're going through, and misery loves company. We all know that.
All day.
No, misery needs company. That's the whole discussion.
In order for it to continue to be misery.
And we had this conversation about people who are just negative, period. Almost everything out their mouth, their whole aura, and they don't even realize how negative they are. You know, I'm just bidding, we just bidding is cool here and there. Right. But when every time you turn around, you have to downplay or downtrodden someone to make you feel like I'm a little bit better.
But people are fucking miserable. That's just really what it is. The mass is, it's like, you know, we talk about group think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's group misery. You know what I'm saying? It's group misery. I believe that people that are miserable like to see other people that are miserable. And then what happens is you don't feel alone. You know what I'm saying? See, loneliness is a motherfucker. People are lonely and don't understand why they feel the way that they feel. You know what I'm saying? Because you're lonely. Well, I ain't gotta fuck with everybody. You're right. You don't. You ain't gotta fuck with nobody. You ain't gotta talk to nobody. Oh damn, I'm lonely at the top. I'm rich. I got all this money to send to third. You're lonely to the motherfucker. It sucks for everybody to say that you need people. That's what it is. People don't like to say that.
Yeah, but none of us live in isolation. Like all of us need people, right? But my point about comparing celebrity relationships to the gay and lesbian community was really about how quickly we joke, right? That like gay and lesbian couples, they'll go like, we met today, we live together next week. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of how their relationships evolve. I mean, real shit. I have a lot of gay and lesbian friends. I mean, I have family members and shit. You be looking like, damn, y'all in love, right? I got it, right? I don't, you know, in 3 months. You right? You know what I mean? Like that, they should just like speed, like flash lightning.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think that is? Is it because being out in the open with it is kind of a newer thing?
No, it's not new at all.
No. I'm sorry. Not that they said it is a newer thing for it to be out in the open, to be accepted.
No. So I think the reason why I make the comparison is because, like in the celebrity lifestyle, right? Kind of like what you were talking about when you were talking about loneliness and misery and stuff like that, right? Like, I think it's a certain thing that we'll never quite understand about what they experience in their like personal lives and their everyday lives, right? That I could imagine how a motherfucker would be lonely, right? And if I meet another person who can kind of understand what I'm going through, what I've gone through, like where I am right now. I can't talk to my homeboy. I brought them with me, but they ain't me, right? They ain't the quote unquote celebrity. Then I'ma connect with them, and that shit a lot of times is superficial as fuck. It's surface as fuck, and then we didn't speed lightning our relationship, and then because we like each other, then we gotta get married. And
okay, I got that. See, you know what? And that's what. You're absolutely right.
That's what happened with what's her name? What's that child name? Ponytail girl.
Ponytail girl.
She was dating a dude off of Saturday Night Live, and then all of a sudden, like they were Ariana Grande.
Oh, all right.
And
I was gonna say Anne Frank. I'm like,
oh Lord.
He's always like you was old school shit. But go ahead.
But like she had just broke up with somebody, and then she was on Saturday Night Live. I guess they met. And it was just like a whirlwind. They were in a condo together.
Her and Pete Davidson.
And then they were back.
Yeah. But that was Katy Perry in which costume, Mary?
Russell Brand?
Yeah.
No,
exactly. Another problem.
She just had a baby.
Yeah, she had a baby with somebody.
Orlando Bloom, honey.
I understand.
Talk about a glow up. Talk about a glow up.
Well, let me ask you a question. Is a lifestyle doesn't always have to reflect the situation of money, because you know some stars that are huge marry stars that are mediocre. I think it's understanding the lifestyle. It's like wherever you are. It's like when we go back to black on black crime, and we say, like, because I say, what the fuck is black on black crime? I think that if you're committing crime against people that are around you in your neighborhood.
Proximity.
It just don't have to, right. So when you're the way that you fall in love a lot of times.
Proximity.
Right, proximity, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You are around what you're around. When you in college, you know what I'm saying? More than likely, you're going to find somebody that you in college with. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, unless you know what I'm saying? Unless you, like you one of these 90-day fiancé motherfuckers who like to do that shit on the computer.
Eat my motherfucking words.
Yeah, you still watching that shit?
No, 90-day fiancé is shit. It is.
I just start watching it.
Big Head is.
You're probably the only man that I know who
it's not a bad show. It's like
you're probably the only man that I know that's watching that. I don't want to seem misogynistic or anything.
Nigga, you are the most misogynistic.
No, I am not. That's you. No, that's you.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, it's called clever misogyny. Don't do that.
Touche.
No, because I'm gonna tell you the reason why is that it may seem as that, but I'm really genuinely trying to understand. I've been married for going on 15 years. I am genuinely trying still to understand women all the way across the board, and the reason why is
we're never gonna figure them completely out.
I know, just like we never gonna figure y'all out.
Huh?
And that right there is your problem.
Oh shit.
Probably is.
Oh shit.
It probably is. I was raised in a house with 7 women, and so they taught me a lot about women from very young. Especially 2 of my aunts who were teenagers. So I learned a lot, but one of the biggest lessons that they taught me, and I kind of got as well from my Grammy as well as my grandmother, is you will try to figure out women your entire life. You will fucking go gray and rack your brains out trying to understand.
Women don't even understand women.
Because women figure women out.
Women don't even understand women though. That's the whole thing. Like, but you know what's funny? Because
you're elementary folks.
No, listen. Hold on. Let me continue. I'm gonna tell you why.
First, give me some Skittles.
There you go, Skittles. Skittles.
First step one.
Understand that, nigga. Understand that.
The way she said that, I have to give her some.
You gotta give her some Skittles.
Step one. Do what we told you.
This ain't even the regular Skittles. This is the Skittles with the yogurt.
You nasty nigga. I just, you know what I'm saying?
It's straight like there's something squeezed in his mouth.
What yogurt
is this?
What my thing is.
He said with something squeezing in his mouth.
What the fuck is going on? Let's be adults here. We are. Yo, so listen,
but
right?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But they told me, don't continually focus on trying to find women out, because every woman is different. What I need to do is focus more on finding myself out, so I can be the best person, man I can be, king I can be, for whatever woman end up as my queen.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it is. That's what I mean when I say it's not like you're, you know what I mean, in search, because you're not even. I think there's just knowing the person. If you're with somebody, knowing the person you're with is your best bet, because you're not.
Everybody's crazy,
right? You're not gonna figure out everybody by the person that you're with, because, like I said before, women don't even get it.
I don't want to get struck by lightning.
Don't start.
I'm just saying. Don't.
This shit ain't that hard. People make it more difficult than it is.
It is. You're right.
And that part is frustrating as hell.
No, you're right.
Like,
I agree.
Yo, just fucking communicate.
Yeah,
be open and honest and transparent about your shit.
Right.
And
That's
be
what.
a decent
That's what it is.
human.
Yeah, that's what. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
That's pretty much. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
It's not too hard. That's actually really not fucking hard.
It's not hard.
It is. It's not hard.
You said it is. It's not hard.
I said it's not, nigga. That's what I meant to say. I meant to say it's not.
That was a Freudian slip.
I know, Freudian slip. Nigga, look. Just kill that. So anyway, right.
Next time we do this, we complicate human relationships, especially, romantic relrelationships.
Yeah.
It's not that fucking difficult.
It's not really that difficult. I think that honestly, because I'm the moody one in my relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Aries.
Shy crazy than a motherfucker. I love you to death. I swear. But Lord knows. One thing, and like I said, I've learned a lot about me. So a lot of things, when he says you misogynistic, I say okay, I'll accept that. When he says that you talk a lot, I say yeah, I'll accept that. When he says that you're narcissistic, I accept that.
I'm your brother.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I it's one of those things, the one that I think that my bad qualities are also some of my most endearing simultaneously.
That was real.
You know what I'm saying?
That was real.
I'm just saying.
You gonna love all the bad things about me.
Yeah, cause I'm so cute. Check this in. This is endearing. I've never heard nobody spin the shit that way before. Not never. That was good.
I'm the baby, gotta love me.
Exactly.
You gonna love everything about
every piece. You gonna take every piece.
You gonna take the good with the bad. You gonna mush it up, and you just gonna love.
And that's listen.
But you know what? I think that was so important. One of the things that's so important that I know for a fact that you do, that you guys do, that I think is dope as fuck, that I think is like kind of missing from other relationships, is that you do have people you trust that you could go to. You are open enough in your union to say, yo, us two probably can't figure every fucking thing out.
Right, absolutely.
And so, I trust you and you and you, and that's it. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna, have you invited in to be a part of helping us, because we trust that you got our back.
Absolutely.
And we trust that you have our best interest. Yep. And people don't do that. We on this like, the secret shit, what happens right here is what happens. And like, y'all two by yourself is fucking it up. Your perspective is like button heads and shit, and like you're getting
need somebody with
you need a third person. You need a mediator. You need that, you know what I mean?
That's like that just reminds me all the time when I talk about the black wall. That reminds me of that, because I feel like that's what happens with black people when you start talking about finances. That's the same way we treat each other when it comes to finance. And we can talk about that shit all day long and whatnot. But you will have somebody that's close to you leave your house from a party and go sleep in a fucking car because they're afraid to ask for help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the craziest shit in the world. Yeah. But that's the whole point. You have to, and then look, sometimes you don't want to be a burden. You don't want to be a burden on people. And
that's your shit. That's your shit. That has nothing to, that perspective and that feeling is an individual perspective and feeling. Because the people that love and care about you don't view you in that light.
That's true.
That is your own shit, and you gotta step past that.
Been there, done it.
And put that fucking ego to the back burner and do what you need to do. Yeah. Because that's ridiculous.
So let's talk this. Mention something. Because I've said this word 15 times. I'm gonna coin this word right now. The don't say that shit. Don't say that shit to me. I'm so sick of that fucking word. Please don't say that shit to me.
He got mad disrespected.
You know how I feel about hearing that fucking word. I don't want to hear entanglement again in my fucking life. If I don't hear it one more again for the rest of my days, I will be happy. Can y'all please not say the word fucking entanglement? Just say somebody was fucking somebody else and
hey yo.
Just make up a different word.
Hey yo.
Don't say that shit to me.
Yo.
Don't say that shit to me. Don't say it to me.
With the tangle.
Is it both tangles?
Out of here, man. Listen. So I'm gonna say the misprotection. This is something that we're revisiting because I talked about this before. I say the misprotection. I don't even know what's the fucking word. Black women.
You got it.
But I got it. Black women not feeling protected by black men. Please. Explain to me the overall feeling of this, and then we'll jump in with a rebuttal as the two black men. And that's just, you know, I'm a rebut. You know what I'm saying? Oh god, just double butt. Four cheeks.
Hey.
You notice it's zero. I'm about to say you notice it's zero pause.
No.
Zero pause.
Go ahead. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Simone, don't look at me like that. Huh?
Why ain't I gonna drink?
Now Simone like us. She ain't like us when she first came in. She had to
I'm a cancer. It takes me a while.
I know. She had to read the room. Like,
when is your birthday?
You got a cup? We got cups, right?
717.
She's the beginning of my month.
Your month.
24. I'm sorry. Our month.
Your month.
Our month. Our month.
They Leos, and apparently they gonna continue to tell everyone. All right,
first of all, wait a minute. Before y'all even start the cancer thing,
introduction.
You introduced us saying that her and her partner are Leos and they're going to have to share a mic. That's the first thing. So you introduced this Leo situation. Thank you.
I know,
we'll just continue.
I know. So yeah. Simone.
Anyway,
can you make Simone a drink? Yeah. Thank you, sir. You know what I'm saying? We wrapped up, but I really want to hear what y'all think about this. The ways that I'm like, run it down to me, explain it to me, because I'm, you know what I mean? World. Please.
So I won't say flat out that black men don't protect black women. I will say that black men, unless they are related to you or interested in you sexually and or romantically, are less inclined to offer up their protection to keep black women safe. And I think they do this pass the buck kind of thing where we say, or we make false equivalencies. If black women didn't have attitudes, if they spoke nicely, then people would be more inclined, or black men would be more inclined to be of support to them or protection when they need it.
Right.
And I flat out think that is bullshit. Either you are about protecting.
A woman is a woman.
If you're about that, then you're about it, no matter how that black woman's presentation is. So, like I said, I won't just say no, black men don't do it, but I think that there has to be, at least from my experience,
I think on the same note, it's almost like, well, she didn't wear that, maybe she wouldn't have gotten raped. That's where we get this, this thing of the angry black woman, the strong black woman. Because we're too busy being strong for ourselves, protecting ourselves, because we don't feel like anybody is out there protecting us. So Kelly got to have Kelly back because
is it more,
who am I going to call?
Is it more, so the things that y'all kind of mentioned are more along the physical lines of things.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can run that portion of it all first.
I mean, we can talk about the physical portion, right? And I guess what I was going to say kind of goes a little bit in line with that as well, but it definitely taps into emotional and psychological ramifications as well.
Right.
And so you had spoken earlier on a different topic about perception being reality.
Absolutely.
And so we talked about proximity as well, and it just so happens it just so happens that this kind of falls in line with that train of thought as well, because Samone and I had spoken on a previous episode about our experiences growing up. And so not only do you have the media portraying black men and women in a particular light,
right,
but you have experiences, me being a kid, you know, a teenager walking in the street and seeing a group of young black guys and feeling frightened or feeling threatened or feeling unsure or you know, questioning or wondering what might happen if, right? I mean, we all are around the same age. We all come from that time where, you know, you walking in the street, the guy try to holler at you or whatever, and you ain't with the shits, and whatever your response is, verbal, non-verbal, if you actually got a little attitude, quote unquote, like what you were saying, or whatever, the response is usually, well, fuck you then. Right? Alright, bitch. Like, whatever derogatory shit that comes back at you, and that scars you.
Oh, wow.
That scars you. I remember being a 15, 16-year-old, you know, young lady and thinking, alright, what's the strategy going to be when I go down this block? I see them on my left.
Right,
so do
right,
I cross now?
Yeah.
Do I wait till I get closer? If I get closer, they gonna notice, right? And if they notice, then they really gonna, like, you start becoming more strategic in your planning and thinking all around this perception.
Yeah.
It only had to happen one fucking time, and now you done equated that thing to every experience you gonna have moving forward. Because like I said, not only is the media shaping you, but your experiences, but with your people, and like we talked about proximity, in your environment are also shaping these experiences, right? On top of what you said, Kelly, on top of the, you know, how we're denigrated, right? How we're talk shit about, oh, well, why'd you do that then? Oh, okay, well, maybe this wouldn't happen if this, and whatever, right? So then it makes us more insular. Right, and it was like, I can't trust that you got my back, regardless of what the circumstances are, because of this, and this. All of them have played into now my reality of what's going on, and we know a lot of brothers that ride for us, that ride for women, that ride for black women.
Right.
And it's like you can't help but to shake the shit that you, like you
still experience.
You still have experienced these other things.
So is PTSD based upon the
child
situation? You're right. You're not only
childhood,
but just
it's continual.
But it starts. You might as well say somewhat as a child, as a walking home from school. You know,
I think she's talking more along the lines of, okay, women get hollered at a lot. Listen. Women get hollered at a lot, and it's more along the lines of, it may be a guy that's interested. The only problem is a lot of us are ill-equipped. You know what I'm saying? As black men,
know how to speak to them.
No, right, to be able to speak to them in a proper manner.
So when they don't give you the response that you want,
they get mad. They get ignorant, and it's no need to. But honestly,
because now everybody that looks like you is getting pushed to the left.
I'll say this:
this thing doesn't stop in childhood.
No, I know it doesn't. It continues on.
I'm 44. The shit still happens.
I'm 40 years old. All right. I can be honest. Most men do not know how to speak to women. Same token, a lot of women don't know how to speak to a man. There's a big issue with communication.
I think that's what it is.
Period.
I think
there's a big issue with communication.
No.
And no.
I'm trying to finish this ice.
I understand exactly what y'all are saying, and I understand where you're coming from, although I can't say I've been one of those ignorant niggas. I can honestly say that, because that ain't. If I spoke to a female, and I'm from the South, so Southern hospitality. I see a person, I speak to a person. If I speak and you ain't say nothing, okay. Hope you have a good day.
I think that it comes down more to each individual reaction. So when I started to
it's a whole different situation than what we're talking about.
No, I understand exactly. Because I think she's saying more along the lines of taking to not even know if you are being complimented or being hollered at, let alone being harassed, because you get the same type of energy.
But most men
from
are not.
These men.
Most 99.9% of men are not going to get what we get walking down the street.
No.
You're not going. So that it's a completely different thing. Most women are not so much they don't know how to communicate with a man. Most women are not going to holler at a man.
And you do listen,
but they can do so disrespectfully too.
They definitely can.
I can testify
But can I say something about that though? That's absolutely true. I just want to back up one quick second and say that this is an example of how we feel the way we do. Not this ain't the be all end all anything, right? We're talking about this is one of many things where we see it being played out in our face. Like, oh, okay, so if this is the case, then I imagine this next situation is going to be similar response, right?
You got more women that have experienced.
We talking about educational settings. We talking about work settings. We talking about all these different settings. We talking about the women who have been assaulted or accosted, and then we watch their experience and what they go through, and then think to yourself like, okay, if that shit is me, then I know what to expect. I know what I'm going to have to go through. So let me behave.
How you make your
let me behave accordingly.
Wow.
Because otherwise, then X. Right, so this is just one example.
So I don't even want to put myself in that position.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Ain't nothing you can do, sis. Ain't nothing you can do. Because the ones that's gonna do it to you, whether I got these Timbs and this hoodie on, or if I got on a goddamn skintily clad, it don't matter. So we're talking about across the board ways in which we've seen played out time and time again, where we haven't.
Like I saw what happened to her,
and the way we see it happen in social circles doesn't happen in reverse. So when women say these things are happening to us, and we may be fearful or mistrusting because of it, it doesn't happen in reverse to men.
But you know why, right? Can we talk about why though? Wait. We're talking about the consequences behind why. I'm not saying that you ain't never been approached by a chick that came at you all the way wrong, and you was like, nah, sis, and then she was like, fuck you, then, right? However, the difference between, and I'm not talking about you personally, right? I'm saying a man and a woman. We're in a social setting, and you say, "What's up, ma?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good," or whatever. And you hit me with the "What the fuck you did, bitch?" Immediately in my mind, my safety is called the question. Right. What is he going to do after this?
When I leave,
now, that's right. That's never over.
It wouldn't be about your safety.
It's never over.
I fully understand exactly what you're.
Yeah, because if I say to you, "Well, fuck you," then nigga, or like you're not worried about running up and slap the shit out you, like you know what I mean? Like
I ain't gonna hold. Yo, I done had a couple situations. I done had a couple situations where females that came at me so hard that if I wasn't who I am,
I was coming out
and knowing what I'm capable of doing and what I get into at times, I would have been like, because I literally had to like take a step back. Like, are you serious?
I came out the bar one night, right, and it was a bunch of girls in an old ass kind of like station wagon. And they rolled up on me or whatnot.
You still had your long locks then?
No. This shit.
I can see it then. Like, oh, all right. Come here, nigga. With the blocks. Wait. Come here, nigga. Wait a minute. Let me.
I was in the club. Hold up. I got two stories. I was in the club one time, but I had my locks and shit, and I'm just chilling, having a drink and whatnot, minding my business, talking to my homie. Shorty ran up behind me and pulled the locks. And was like, and was trying to whisper in my ear, like, "Oh, Shorty, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, chill. Like, that shit hurt. Like, but so no. So I
ripped you up like a little bitch.
I was walking down the street. I'm coming from. He's in the bike. He's in the bike club. He's in the Twisters.
Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me.
I'm leaving Twisters. Yeah. I'm leaving Twisters. I'm leaving Mothers, and I'm walking down the Encore, and then I'm strolling down and whatnot. Hey, sexy. My girlfriend said, "Come in so she can suck your dick from the back." I was like, I'm like,
you wanted to run.
Excuse me?
You wanted to run.
I'm like, I know, I'm just sitting there, I'm looking, she's like, yeah, whatnot, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, Zaddy. I'm like, let me go mind my business. I said, this shit is crazy.
But were you scared were you worried about your safety?
You know when men are scared? Men are scared, like, can I be honest with you?
Please be honest. Please.
Yo, so niggas ain't shit. So the whole thing is right. So a nigga mind always go to some bullshit, right? You thinking when a car full of 3 women roll up on you and whatnot, the first thing you thinking is like, oh shit, 3 women trying to fuck me, right? So first thing you thinking is
that's a fear?
No, you know why it's a fear? Because 3 women ain't never just trying to fuck you. That's it.
Exactly.
This shit right here is a setup, and I'll tell you what, they gonna get me back the way they need to get me, And guess what? I'm getting robbed after this motherfucker.
Hey, Kelly.
I'm gonna have a night of my
1, 2, 3. Kelly is our third.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
That's what the setup is real. So why? And that's like niggas. I'm trying to tell you. I know homies. My homies. These niggas is funny as shit.
I told you something about
these niggas be sitting up there like this too good. Matter of fact, you told a story one time on here about you and bro. They met they met these two girls at a spot. They naming the spot because proximity, it's also around the way though.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So he said that
we went upstairs.
They went up to the room.
They was with the smoke. They was with all the smoke. But it was just they was OT females. So it made me nervous. Okay. So when we go up, I go up and
Lord.
I got my my tool belt on my hip.
To see that, so that
it's like because I know females. I know both female dancers who used to set motherfuckers up.
This my lucky day.
This
my motherfucking lucky day. I can't believe this shit.
Come on, man. I'm not in. I've toned it down on my jewelry, but
shit, Cardi said herself. Didn't she admit to that shit?
She admitted
exactly.
To it. She admitted to it.
It was another shit. I had this. Man, listen. Back
in the room, taking your pants down. You be like,
nigga, give it up.
Be 13 niggas come out the back of the bathroom. You like, God damn.
And imagine leaving. And I'm gonna give you a prime example. Back in the day, leaving Broad Street Eddie's, which used to be on what's that? Germantown and Germantown and Rising Sun. Alright? Go to leave there. I live in Mount Airy at the time. So I go to get on the E-way to go hop up the Lincoln Drive. I have a minivan that basically followed me from Eddie's to the expressway.
Shit.
That minivan is packed with some women who was just at the show. And they're, for some strange, stupid reason, attempting to follow me home. Which is not a smart decision.
They want you to replace them tights that you done fucked up when you done decided to get in them bitches and roll all around the stage.
My name is not
Finesse. Money back.
My name is not
Finesse.
Finesse.
The fuck is you talking about? Get out of my shirt, get out of my pants, and give me my goddamn money back. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, I've been wanting to confront these motherfuckers for the longest time. I got your ass.
I am not VA Finesse.
You took me to my first show.
This is the hill y'all ready to die on? Like the motherfucking tights?
The tights. The tights. The motherfucker you gonna try to pick me the fuck up with the goddamn chair.
I'm gonna tell them I don't appreciate y'all fucking my tights up.
Yeah, the whole tights. Me and you in the tights. That ain't what I signed up for.
We gonna make it.
I wanna know how long it took for the nigga to get in the tights. See, that's the. I'll be wondering y'all let this shit happen. Like, y'all fucked up my tights, nigga. No. It took a nigga a half hour to get in the tights with you. You ain't know what he was doing when he was there, motherfucker. Now you're rolling around and you realize you're stretched out and shit. And you gotta hold your tights in a knot. So now you're upset. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, he fucked my tights
crop top tights and shit. Because the fuck you didn't stretch my shit out and I tipped you. No nigga gave me that money. Run them dollars. Fuck
I need my new tights.
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh man, she's going in with the
shit. Make it worse, baby fuck around and rip motherfuckers tights. She rip your tights in your ass. Yeah.
Never mind.
Somewhere right there by the crotch, just rip the ass out.
Next topic.
Yeah. Oh, so okay.
Ass out.
So here we go. Listen. All right. Last topic before we go into the top 5. All right. Somebody put something up. All right. So this is my man. No. No. It's something serious. It's something serious. Stop bullshitting. It's serious. So my homie put something up, right? And it was a drawing of a Trojan horse, and the Trojan horse had a label on the outside of it, and it said Black Shows. And then it was like the person at the gate, it said Black People, but the person that was ushering the horse in said Hollywood. And inside you could see through the Trojan horse, and it had like poop emojis, and it said gay shit. So what he was trying to say was, right, exactly. Is there a homosexual agenda that is being placed into black shows in Hollywood?
Black people are gay.
That's not not what I'm asking. I know this. I know
there are
this.
gay black people.
No, I get it. I get it.
It's not even just. It is black shows, but it's not just black shows.
Everything.
It's all of entertainment right now.
So I'm asking, is there so all right, forget black shows.
So here's
All
my
shows.
thing.
Right.
We cannot be out here in the streets doing all of this social justice work.
Right.
Demanding that our shows be reflective of our communities and not out LGBTQIA folks.
I don't. You know what? And I agree with you. I just don't think it's a situation in which it's.
I think it's oversaturated. I think it's oversaturated.
I think that what happens is
human experience is oversaturated, bro.
No, no. I think it's too much.
That shit. If you want to call out,
I don't have a.
That shit is privilege as fuck to be able to say.
Right.
I don't subscribe to this particular identity and or lifestyle.
Representation matters.
It doesn't. I don't need to deal with it. Like I don't.
You know,
it's too much for me.
I understand exactly what y'all saying. I don't. But
I got a queer kid at home.
Right.
I am absolutely in support of her. How she chooses to identify herself.
Right.
This idea that I can demand that shows have characters with nuance and storylines that represent her as a black kid.
Yeah.
But I also want her to share in that same representation with how she chooses to identify herself sexually or in romantic relationship.
I mean, how many years ago did they have a problem with having black people on TV?
No, you're absolutely right. And that's what we're reflective about. That's what I see in the midst of all this stuff as well.
You know, sometimes, they show a woman kissing or a man kissing, and however you feel about that is however you feel about that. But do you feel the same, back in the day, back in the 40s and 50s, or whenever TV really hit hard?
All right, so let me play.
How did they feel about black people kissing on TV? Or even a black person being in a same room with a white person on TV?
There's still uncomfortability.
Just think about Dolomite.
All right, so
just think about the scene in Dolomite.
Let me play. This is not. Let me play devil's advocate for a second. Just slightly devil's advocate for a second.
Slightly.
You about to bring some bullshit?
No, I'm not gonna bring some bullshit. No. What I'm seeing is the reason why it's funny to me when I start to think about it, because I know, like, even the people that stand against, it's the people that stand against whatever they feel as if I don't think that it's saying that they have a problem with homosexuality. I don't think it's that. I think what the issue is that I think it's the expectancy of one thing and receiving another. So what happens is that if you have a show, that's the reason why they said it's a Trojan horse. Like okay.
But nobody is giving covert.
Well, listen, P-Valley is just as popular as Lovecraft Country.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And I haven't seen much of P-Valley. I've seen one episode, but I've seen every episode of Lovecraft Country. When we get out here, Lovecraft Country's the shit. Lovecraft Country.
Told you.
All right, from the first episode, P-Valley let it be known exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying? You knew what you was getting into. You know what I'm saying, when you watched it. Lovecraft Country was all types of shit all over the place. And then in the 5th episode, oh shit, the dad not only is gay, not only has an infatuation with a drag queen or a crossdresser or whatever you want to call him, that becomes a part of the storyline. So I think that what happens is that people are like, it's not that they're looking at it like, God damn, I didn't want this in my show. It's like, what exactly is going on in Hollywood? The agenda. Now, do they feel as if that they need to in order to help along the agenda, what they're trying to say, put it in there in that way?
Agenda.
Yeah. And I think you're being a bit disingenuous for real.
Why you say that?
Because I think people do think, oh damn it, I didn't want to see this on my TV. That is the root of it.
No, you're right. I think some people are
because
like
real shit.
Yeah.
This is people. You're saying people don't expect it. That is fucking life. Who wakes up every morning knowing exactly who they're going to encounter, what they're going to do?
I agree with that.
Nobody. That's life.
I agree with that. I do. No, absolutely. I do agree with that. I do agree with the fact that people, people are. You have one or two things. You have people that are just don't like it. They rather not. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you deal with what it is. I don't give a fuck who you fucking. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with it. And my thing is that
period. Yeah, just don't talk about it.
No. It's not. To me, but it's not going to directly reflect against me. So
that is the thing. That is my biggest thing. My biggest thing is this. And we talked about this before. What is the worst? I'm talking about their fear.
Yeah.
What is the worst thing that could happen?
Exactly.
And those same people that had those reservations, and that's being kind, versus the flat out like destruction of this whole system in their mind, right?
Right.
Would have you believe that it's some type of like sprinkling that could happen, or some type of subliminal bullshit that's coming? It's gonna jump out of your ass.
Seen on the Lovecraft, now you gay.
Right, exactly. See, but some people are directly homophobic in that way. They feel as if if it's something
that's their problem.
It's like, well, you know how when somebody says, like okay, I come from the generation and whatnot. We come from the pause generation.
It's more alcohol now.
You done drunk all the goddamn alcohol.
You got the last batch. You got the last batch. We love you,
That's so apropos. So we're talking
that was the whole.
She's looking for a refill.
She was like,
Did you see how
she said,
me too. See how she held a cup up.
Yes. She said, can I have some more, please? Please, man, have some more. Yes. Oliver Twist ass.
But this is what I have to say.
Okay.
As a child, going in probably to my early 20s, I was homophobic. And I was in the business. I got in the business at 16. I was very homophobic. I riding until almost my mid-20s. I have several great friends, and one or two people who I call my brothers, one of my nephews who are gay. So I respect who you are. Your sexual preferences, those are your choices. As for me, I don't mind here and there, but I feel as if a lot of the shows or whatever I choose to watch is like, it's almost everything. And it's not that it's not a part of daily life, because gay people are everywhere, and it's not to discriminate against them in any aspect. They have their lives to live. When we was talking about, this might have been like episode 32 or 33, the fact of with the Black Lives Matters, there was the gay gay Black Lives Matter movement, and it's like, if you're black, cut that bullshit out. You know, nothing discriminate against your sexual preference. But
I understand, because that is an agenda. When you try to take another, to me, I think that's an agenda.
So
the reason why I think people move in that direction.
But unfortunately,
like Black Lives Matter.
The same reason why we're saying Black Lives Matter is because we're saying that publicly because we don't feel like the treatment has been equitable across the board.
Right.
Black gay people are saying the same thing.
But when you say black, see, at the end of the day, there's a difference, because we're talking about race, we're talking about culture, and we're talking about
sexuality.
Who regardless of who you are, this is how you were born. This is the person that they see on the outside, regardless if they know you're gay or straight. So my thing is that gay and straight is a sexuality, and it has become a culture, it's become a lifestyle. But at the end of the day, at its core, it is a sexuality.
It's not a heritage.
So therefore, when you start talking, when I say Black Lives Matter, I'm getting pulled over regardless if I'm gay, straight, you know what I'm saying, and getting harassed by cops and killed by cops because I am black. So what happens is that you don't have to, what's known does not need to be said. You don't have to tell me Black gay lives matter. Black lives matter all the way around. That's the point.
Ooh, I do
Black
have to remind you.
Black lives matter. Like, I don't understand.
Wait.
Because if I say light skin lives matter?
Wait.
Caramel lives matter? I think it's all
it's a couple things in what we're talking about right now that's sticking out to me, because, like you said, with ACS, and you said you listen to ACS shit, then you know that one of my biggest pet peeves is the idea that gay and straight and all these other things is synonymous with sex. That shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And every single time we see something that exhibited on the screen that had to do with same sex, relations, we automatically jump on the like, no, fuck that, that's that gay shit, Nah, two people the same sex was fucking. I don't know how they feel about a relationship with somebody. I don't know how they feel about a romantic link with somebody. Okay. I don't know how they identify that way. You said that you feel homophobic because, well, for one, I'm gonna let you have your pass on that, because I understand the ways in which we've been inundated to feel that way. Yes, that would make sense that you would feel that way, and then the industry you chose, obviously, why wouldn't that be a thing? I get it. However,
honestly, before I got into the industry, when I first got asked about getting in the industry, that was one of the first things. Bitch, I'm not no gay ass stripper. When the female dancer who I was dealing with asked me about it, that was my response. But me being not just a street guy, but a book guy, and thinking about things, if I'm dancing in a room full of women, performing only gay, or quote unquote, I'm gonna be as happy putting that money in the bank the next day.
I don't give a
So
fuck
that's
if you
how
was a person that identified as heterosexual
Right.
dancing in a room with all fucking men. If you identify for your own self that
Right.
you are a heterosexual man, what the fuck you doing in that? One ain't got shit to do. I understand if your
Right.
personal choices that you choose not to.
Yeah.
I get that. What I'm saying is we fuck the words up.
Yeah.
The definition of terms. We start enmeshing them in some ways.
Because I think that the problem is,
That's-
that it's the understanding and the acknowledgement of whatever the identification is. A lot of us are ignorant to the fact that there is a class of identification. The only thing that we can go off of is what's presented to us. Because especially when people that you don't know. So if I am a straight,
but the onus ain't on the LGBT.
no, nobody. I'm not putting the onus, but you know what onus? You know what onus is on them is when it's one situation. It's so hard. It's so hard to stand against one group when the group that you're trying to be a collective with still has a situation into which they're divided in. That's where they attack the crevices of the group. Let's do that shit in-house instead of showing them that we have problems with each other all the time.
You mean to tell me that when trans black folk
Right.
stand up in the Black Lives Matter movement, there are not other black folk in that Black Lives Matter movement saying, nah, fuck you because you this, or fuck you because you know what I mean,
Guess what,
FHG, or fuck you because you this, your live ain't
Guess
shit,
what?
whatever.
I got cousins I don't like.
I
But I don't let the person standing against us let them know that I don't fuck with him like that.
You don't. That's a micro.
But that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't.
No, I'm not.
You know what I mean? And that's what I mean all the way around. We shouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So my thing is that when I think about
But I'm not going to sit here and wait for you to decide that I'm a part of.
Yeah.
In order, like I'm not going to hide my shit and you know what I mean? Not do what I feel like I need to do.
You're part of it because you're black.
Yeah, there's this thing called intersection, right?
Yeah, that sounds
There's
good.
this thing called intersection.
See, but you know what it is? People have, and this is what I talk about, like just like when I was talking about that agenda, people's on the other side of it, the people that act as if that they're with things for a certain reason and they actually have their own agenda on the back end. Most people that rock with Black Lives Matter don't give a fuck about Black lives because a lot of things don't affect them directly. They just want to be out there in the midst of some shit. Remember when I was talking about earlier about the motherfucker that's just waiting to get into a fight because it makes them feel good? Those are the type of people. He might not be the one who they ain't got shit to do. They don't always throw fisticuffs. They want to be a part of some shit that's doing some shit.
Anything.
You know what I mean? And so all in all, what I want to do is let's separate them motherfuckers. Let's get them the fuck out of here. Because they don't mean nobody no good. Black lives matter, all lives matter, blue lives matter, nobody. They don't give a fuck. They want to see the world burn. They are the Joker. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck they want. They want to see shit fall down. Why? Full circle. They're fucking miserable. They're miserable. They're lonely. You know what I'm saying? They don't have shit else to do but to try to watch the world burn. So what happens is that when we talked about this before, we said, listen, what needs to happen is that we need to stop bringing anything that's in our house that could potentially divide us. We need to stop showing others chinks in our armor. That's the reason why the
that was the whole. You know what I'm saying?
I'm 110% with that. I feel like
and that's the reason
we show our hand entirely too much. I think that we show off a company, and like I'm never with that, which is why we like religiously talk about our little personal conversations of how we feel about things that never make it on air. There are certain things that will never make it on air. Because there is no way we're going to put on that play.
Right, absolutely.
And so I 110% agree with you. But in the midst of us trying to figure that out as a collective, if I am a person in that community, I'm not going to wait for us to get it together collectively for me to say this is what I need to do for me because I'm affected twice now.
But you know what? Also, and this is one thing I'm gonna say, and we can move on from this after this though. I want y'all to know that even with ignorance or misunderstanding of certain things, the reason why we like to stand, somebody like me likes to stand steadfast on something that's solidified, whether you know it or not and whatnot, is because that's just like saying like I don't give a fuck what your preference is, what you identify as, or anything like that. The one thing that I do know is that you are black, and that I'm Issa Rae. I'm voting for everybody that's black.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what needs to be conveyed from everybody.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem. We get into this and we really start to feel as if that they're standing against us and whatnot. And there have been niggas is niggas, and that's another thing.
Look,
black people, you got black people and you got niggas.
Yeah, because everybody look like us ain't for us. However,
niggas gotta go.
I love you to death. You know I do.
Right.
That's part of the reason why we're sitting right here.
Right.
But one of the ways in which we can do that as a collective,
right,
is by respecting. We're not gonna do the Rainbow Coalition shit.
Right.
We're not gonna do the alphabet shit. We're gonna go ahead and learn these acronyms and respect the people who use them and readily identify that way because it is their life.
And that's not me shitting on them.
No, I know, and I'm not, and that's not me shitting on you.
You know what? We come from a culture in which that the ripping and the busting and whatnot is a situation that's enduring.
A lot of times
it's endearing. You know what I mean? It's almost a term of endearment.
And I'm saying that to y'all. I'm saying that to you. You know what I mean? I'm saying that to my rough ride. You know what I mean? Brother, whatever. You know what I mean? He gonna get it too. But we readily say it to our brother cast members as well on the UX4 podcast because they do the same shit. Right. The rainbow people. Because it's easier, right, to do that than it is to try to learn some shit outside of outside of your shit, right?
Yeah,
we don't have to. We don't have to be subjective.
We got gay and lesbian.
Right.
LB.
Yes, and it was like gay.
They started adding so.
Yeah, it's like lesbian, gay, bisexual. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender.
Right.
Lesbian, start getting. And look,
and it was just like that's when I started holding my head like what?
Because everybody want to sit at the table. That's why.
Right.
And I might not fit into like the one joint that I didn't say. You know what I mean? So I respect that for that. And like sometimes we fuck up too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sometimes that we have to learn more. Oh shit, did you know this? Yeah. Oh shit, like. I'm trying to remember what letter it was, but I was like, yo, did you know this whole time it wasn't this? It ain't mean this shit. It messed up the fuck else. Like, I didn't even know.
I know it's a Q in there. I have no idea what the Q means.
Queer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But see, that's the reason why I love Dave Chappelle. Because he ain't standing against, but everybody can get these jokes. And if you want an inclusiveness comes with getting these jokes. That's the whole. And it's not to downgrade or make you feel less than and whatnot. What happens is that it's sometimes what happens in the midst of everything and whatnot, when the most inclusive thing is a motherfucker saying, man, go the fuck in, man, I ain't like that, or just being a part of that, just having an understanding and whatnot, and know, because each individual is different, and knowing what makes a person tick and talk, you know what I'm saying, is paramount. You know what I'm saying? It really is. It works for everybody. Because you can't. What happens is that there is a way in which that you can keep building insensitivity up into which that even a person that was cool with certain shit before, or understanding, or you know what I mean, or just knowing of certain shit before, now becomes offended. And I think that now everybody is fucking offended. We're offended by every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna call me no nigga if you white. No. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not gonna call me no nigga, you know what I'm saying, as a white person? No, because you're not gonna do that and whatnot. And you're not gonna call me the F word, you know what I'm saying, as a gay person? No, because guess what? Nah, that's not how I move. But, you know what I'm saying, what happens in the midst of all this and whatnot, you gotta pick your fight. You gotta know who stands with you and who stands against you. And if you're offended by everybody, you won't know that for certain.
I think a lot of times we make jokes because that's the easy thing to do. And sometimes in the name of cohesion, we gotta be willing to do the hard thing. Yeah. And I think that educating ourselves has become the hard thing. I think that the laughter and the jokes, and I know you said that people, easily get offended. Right. But I think that sometimes we trivialize things that are way more important. Because that's the easy thing to do.
No, absolutely. And I think some people are too immature to even understand that portion of what you just said. That, I don't think a lot of time that has anything to do with the people that are actually mature enough to understand. Because those that like somebody like Dave Chappelle, he does that shit in tongue in cheek. You know what I'm saying? He's being funny. And he's being funny on purpose because he understands what the situation means.
That's how he gets his
all in all, you know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing. I don't think that he has any malice towards anybody about it. That's what he does, and he's not standing against them and saying, I'm gonna make these jokes, because he's basically saying, yo, y'all all gonna get these jokes. White people can get these jokes, gay people can get these jokes, trans people can get these jokes, lesbians can get these jokes, you know what I'm saying, queer people can get these jokes, you know what I mean, drag queens can get these jokes. You can get these jokes. And it's because it's more of an endearment. it's to me when I look at it, it's more inclusion.
He's doing an inclusive,
right? Because the problem is,
I got that, but you know, the funny thing is, when his last stand-up came out,
right,
I got more calls from people like, yo, Doug, I don't know if you've seen that shit, but I'm just trying to let you know ahead of time before you watch it,
right,
because I know you fuck with him a little bit, you gonna be like. It was some shit that was a little like shock for me. Like it was a little, I know his work. I respect him as an artist. You know, I get it to a certain extent. Most comedians, especially black comedians, have always kind of had that mantra like everybody can get it. And I've seen interviews with black comedians talking about the idea that like, you know, I myself am a marginalized person. Therefore, I feel like I have more free reign to kind of like have material that also, you know, is kind of targeting like other marginalized people. But I do think that there are some lines though, and I think that when you do, once again, be in the public eye and be in this particular figure, feedback is every fucking thing, right? So we were talking before, and especially in the beginning of this episode, we were talking about, you know, emails that we get and shit like that. If we got a fucking email from one fan that was like, yo, that shit that y'all said in this joint and like that shit fucked me up. Right. It would have us have a conversation. It wouldn't be like, man, fuck y'all. Like we doing it, and we in the grand scheme of things ain't no motherfucking body. You know, we ain't no Dave Chappelle's, no Wanda Sykes out this motherfucker. So it's like I do think that feedback is everything, and I think a person like him, unfortunately, I think he has gotten certain feedbacks at times, and I think a lot of times it's a continued fuck you. It's kind of like I'm going to continue to do me. I'm going to continue to do, because your audience, a lot of times the material you're putting out, a lot of times aren't the fucking people you're talking about. Right. No, you're absolutely right. I think that, and so we still are laughing. No, you're right. I think that he says a lot of things in jest, and I also think that he also looks at the greater. He looks at the big picture of a situation. What he considers the big picture to be, right? Being a person identifying as a heterosexual man who's black, right? Like it's his big picture, right? Exactly. Like it's not.
But so, you know, it's for him. I think it's coming from the situation with the Chappelle show, being that he could say nigga on TV, but he couldn't say faggot, and it's like, well, you know, you're. But that's the thing. And he's like, I'm not. But wait, the interesting thing about that is, and I swear that I don't want to go off on a tangent with it.
Right.
The person, like, so that definitely was his experience, right? He's talked about that several times. Now you want to come at the people that had nothing to do with that being a thing. Talk to them fucking executives about that. Address the white folk who made that like a rule. No, it's like instead of doing it, it's like no. Now I'm gonna say faggot as many times as I can.
I think that, but you know what it is? I think, you know.
In addition to nigga,
I don't know. I will say this, right?
Yeah.
Just like we say all the time, white people don't get to tell us black folks what is offensive and racist.
That's true.
We, as heterosexual identifying people, don't get to tell LGBTQIA folks what is or should be offensive, or isn't or should be offensive.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that, and I think you're absolutely correct when you say that and whatnot. I think that what happens is that we do these things and you look at it as a nuance of understanding. And it sounds fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Especially when he says things that are offensive to people. But I think that what happens is, hey, guess what? I'm saying this, and I'm saying it almost tongue-in-cheek because I'm at a point into which that I'm identifying. So when I say something that's flies, like y'all all get these jokes, it's because this is my way of conveying to you that I identify. If that makes any sense to y'all. And I understand. See, one thing that I know, and we all know for certain, that as people, it ain't nothing that we ever gonna see 100%. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because and that's what I mean by sometimes you gotta stand together as a fist. You know what I'm saying? To break through barriers. You know what I'm saying? Because if you open your hand up and try to break through, you're gonna break every one of these fucking things. You know what I'm saying? This has to be united. You know what I'm saying? Because it has to be presented as a weapon against motherfuckers that not just that are standing against us prospering. These motherfuckers are killing us.
Yeah.
They're killing us. It don't matter if our sons. We got sons. You got a daughter. Bro, he got sons. We got kids. You know what I'm saying? They're killing us in the fucking streets. So at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. What else did you do? We black, and that's what means something to me. You know what I'm saying?
And I would say
we
that,
can deal with the other shit on the back end.
No, I
because,
feel
you know what I'm
that,
saying?
but I would say let's continue that conversation with all of our friends, even the ones of those that we know don't necessarily subscribe to that, but everybody black.
No, absolutely. Oh, this was fucking, oh man, this conversation, everything that I wanted this conversation to fucking be. Oh man, it's not clapping on that shit, goddamn. But
hoorah!
Without further ado, I don't even know where you came from, nigga.
Let's get it. Ashy voice on the track.
I thought you said you had no liquor left.
I was thinking the same.
And my cup. My cup was very important. Don't look at
your cup.
You know what?
Just that bullshit.
You want the rest of the Skittles?
What's that, infused?
You want them more
We all yogurt out, thank you.
Everybody ask for no healthy Skittles.
Oh shit.
Too easy. Too easy. Too easy.
Sip on.
You know what? Damn this cup.
And
just
the
you
top 5 today. Kelly Q. Kelly Q.
I've been talking about shit since I got here.
Oh, what's that? The infused one? I'm pretty sure you need to offer Samone some of that shit since you done bought the new shit in.
It's infused.
I know it's infused.
THC.
Yeah, she with it.
We will all smoke.
So, Kelly Q.
Courtesy of the Burning Leaf.
Please discuss with us today what the top 5 is about.
Hey yo.
Now, please. Oh my God. Anyway, top 5 movies you can watch repeatedly. You gotta watch movies. Like, no matter when they come on, you're gonna stop what you were doing and watch it. If it's the last 20 minutes of it, if it's coming on at the beginning.
You mean like BJ
ATS Pod? Y'all got top 5s, right?
ATS Pod got a collective list.
Oh, y'all got a collective list.
We watched the same shit together. I done been with this chick since we 16, 17 years old. We done lived together a couple times and shit. Like we watch it and we watch it together. And if we not together, I'm like, hey bitch,
you gotta watch this shit.
Alright, so who going first? Y'all going first? Kelly, you going first? We want to keep the tradition.
Let the guests
Alright, let's get the guests go first. ATS Podcast, go first. Go ahead.
Top 5.
Y'all got honorable mentions?
We do. Yeah. We got 2 honorable mentions.
Let's start with the honorable mentions then.
Okay, alright.
Friday.
Friday on the fucking honorable mention.
Which one? The first one, of course, right? What? I ain't do nothing.
Look,
take me in my head.
I'm sorry, Lord.
Unpopular opinion. Not a big fan.
Of what?
Friday, period.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
The first one?
The first one or all of them?
The first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
First one. The second one. That second one. Chico.
Here's my question.
Run. Chico.
Here's my question.
That's my shit.
Why you ain't do shit with the fact that jumped on me? Just stand there hugging the shit.
Here's my question.
Period.
When the first one came out, did you find it funny? But once you saw the second one, you said fuck it, or you just never fucked it?
There were a few funny clips in the first one.
Yeah,
one of the funniest movies ever.
So for us, in order for us to rock with and fuck with a movie for real, we gotta be able to like spit that shit like we was just doing line for line.
Word.
I can't tell you half for nothing.
You didn't get in on this, man.
From the first Friday?
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know.
Round here between Northern and Western,
I do
we
know that.
call this a little twin.
Nigga. I do know that.
Miss Johnson.
You know what I mean?
That's Miss Parker. Y'all making it worse. It's Miss Parker.
Shit, I had Miss Parker on my whole block.
Oh Lord.
What you say, honey?
I think everybody had Miss Parker.
So the Friday franchise in general is pretty fucking legend.
All right, what's your second honorable mention?
Second honorable mention, Original Sin. Antonio Banderas. But Angelina Jolie. That shit every fucking time it come on.
You know what?
I'm glued to that shit. The storyline is dope as shit. You right, they got some shit with it.
But it's just be like this.
But the storyline got that like Hitchcock twist and turn. What the fuck is going on? Wait, the shit is crazy. And if you haven't seen it, you gotta
like the first time I watched it, I was like, once it was done, I had to look to see when it was coming on again.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I had to have missed something.
Yes.
I gotta watch this again.
Yes.
too
And
nasty.
somebody come look at this shit.
It's too nasty.
Somebody come look at this shit. Yes.
It's too
Somebody
nasty
seen
movies
this
like
shit.
that I like. That
Not too nasty.
it's too nasty.
That's not a nasty
Because the sex scenes
This
make
the
these
nasty
movies.
time.
So
This
no,
the nasty.
it's two nasty movies like that.
that.
What's the two nasty movies? Remember Sliver?
Oh,
Okay.
With Sharon Stone and,
Okay.
and William Baldwin?
Yeah.
And what's the other one? With,
Pretty Woman?
With Angelina
not Pretty
Jolie and
Woman.
Ethan Hawke.
See, he said for sure.
Angelina Jolie. You remember this movie? Angelina Jolie and Ethan Hawke. It was about a killer. God damn, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna go to what's your number 5? What's your number 5?
I know
So
one.
damn, I ain't really do it like that.
No, it don't matter. You ain't gotta be in order. Just number 5
All right, so the number 5 on the paper
on the paper. Yep.
is Count of Monte Cristo.
Yes.
Count of. Are you fucking kidding me?
You never seen it?
The disrespect
Yeah.
is real. ATS never issues homework. Not ever.
Yes.
You got to watch.
Damn, they come on the
As a matter of
podcast
fact,
and
wait a
give
minute.
homework.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Wait a
I'm with
minute. As a matter of fact, if you love Lovecraft County, you need, especially for episode
Wow,
one,
you see
especially
They
for
reference the
episode
shit in the
one,
jump.
They
Oh,
reference
shit.
the
Okay.
book.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
they do.
Got
They
it.
you're
Gotta see it.
absolutely right.
And
Most
because
of the time,
I've seen
that opened up.
that's the fucking book. It's
well,
the book.
remember, because they knew how much both of them loved the book.
Yes.
When they got back to that silo, they looked at those bricks.
Yes.
And he said,
Count of Monte Cristo. And they start pulling
And
the
Lord,
fucking
I
bricks
did-
out.
I did hear
You're
her say that.
absolutely
Yep.
so
I did hear her
to understand a lot of the stuff that's going on
Facts.
in Lovecraft County,
I need to see this movie.
you need
gotta
to
see
see
this
this
shit.
movie.
And I love Lovecraft County.
But the thing is, y'all have to check out
because that's my
Can you stop? Is it Lovecraft County or Lovecraft Country?
Lovecraft County.
Country.
County.
County? Is it?
I thought it was county.
I thought it was.
I thought it was country.
I like
Either
crab
way,
cheese.
Lovecraft.
He's
Because
not-
it's named
Because
after the horror writer
Lovecraft
Lovecraft.
County sound like where a bunch of incest go on. You know what I'm saying? And then
Well,
you know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
that wouldn't be too far
Yeah,
from
I
this
know.
motherfucker.
That's why I say I love crab cheese.
Here we go.
Oh, it is. It's country.
It's country.
It's country, Lovecraft Country, yeah. Because when he said it, he was like, "Oh, that's in Lovecraft Country." Because a lot of time, you know, how when we say Pennsylvania and fucking, you know, and all that other shit, we say
Yeah.
country, yeah. So,
Lovecraft.
You mean
is
Bloomsburg?
a
Anyway.
what's your number 4, Meek?
Number 4, Joy Luck Club.
I think I've seen.
Yes,
the movie
sir.
one
Give a fuck.
time.
You gotta watch it.
Yes, sir.
That's one of them jewels. Like he said, he'd watch P-Valley. I don't give a fuck.
Yo.
I mean, not
Crush your
P-Valley.
pearls.
Not
Crush your
P-Valley. 90 Day Fiance. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Then we crushing. Look, we crushing all gender stereotypes, all motherfucking all that shit. Watch Joy Luck Club.
Yeah.
Get some tissue.
Not
Get
that-
those, she get those pearls in her hand.
Yes. Or that motherfucking baby.
Yo, she killed the baby.
Not to
Yo,
interrupt
yeah,
that.
I be dead.
She's like, I'm out.
That movie I was talking about, Angelina Jolie and Ethan Hawke, is called Taking Lives. Remember?
Never heard of it.
He
Taking
ended up-
Yes.
Yeah, remember
Never
that
heard
shit?
of
That
that.
was one of the. That was a crazy. They was really fucking. They was fucking. I love them. They was
That's
fucking.
probably why
Yeah, so they was fucking. They were fucking. Like honestly, certain things you be like, come on, my nigga, really? Like, I'm still up in the air by the Halle Berry and Billy Bob Thornton.
He was
scene.
hitting the shit out there, man. Listen,
That was.
I ain't gonna hold. I was in a cell at CFCF in the motherfucking window watching that shit. At fucking 1 o'clock in the morning.
The shit out of it.
Yes, very
Yo,
That
what
explains
the
why.
fuck
My
is
celly
going
sleep.
Reality.
My celly asleep. I'm on the door like.
Oh my gosh! This
Because
is.
Billy Bob definitely was not.
Yo, I'm sorry. I gotta play.
Okay, bye.
Yes.
That shit. Have y'all ever seen that clip? Have y'all ever seen that before?
Absolutely.
That shit was out of control.
Monsters Ball.
Huh?
Monsters Ball.
No, I'm talking about that sound effect I just played.
Oh no.
Where that came from?
No.
That's not for me. That's not for me.
No, this nigga was. Oh man. Anyway,
Even though you got Lord the
what's your number 3?
Memoirs of a Geisha.
I've never.
I seen the title, but I didn't
Never
watch it.
saw it.
You gotta watch it.
Now I'm shocked and surprised.
You never watched Memoirs of a Geisha? I've never watched
The
it.
guy about to say he said that shit like
I've never watched. No, I've seen the preview. It's like one of the movies you see the preview.
I seen previews and I was like, yeah, and it just never got put on.
no, dope shit.
It is good.
All right, number 2.
Number 2,
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they
Bad Boys?
Which one?
Both of them.
No,
Both of them is 3 of them.
That is not.
I said 1 and 2.
1 and 2. 3 was actually okay.
3 was good.
Yeah,
I like 3.
No, but it didn't compete.
Because your complaint was directed. The difference.
Yeah, because it wasn't Michael Bay, and I felt the way
It still
about it
was good,
because I was like Michael Bay. That
But Michael Bay has fell off.
Bad Boys was
Michael Bay has fell off.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Just because
No, that last
Transformers like that.
That last Bad Boys.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga would do all types of
Listen, I
Transformers.
respect the work he's
I like
done,
the bridge that it's going to be.
But we expect so much more from him than he is giving from us anymore. And that wasn't his baby.
But I would've-
and yes, it was his baby.
I would've loved to
But
see
the
him.
movie, I think 3 was really good.
I would love to see him direct Will Smith, Martin Lawrence again. What's your number 1?
Actually, the number 1 is actually gonna be tied.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't, like, it's mine and hers. We couldn't
Right.
agree. So my number 1 is you told Papa to beat me. Color motherfucker.
That's on my list.
That's the double.
Anybody find it?
That shit
Anybody
was just
ever
on.
find that scene in Color Purple where Celia and what's it called is hugging, and he's fucking separates
Yeah, trying to
them.
separate them.
like-
Yo, to me, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm so immature. I laugh when I see that because he like fucking takes his
And
hands
he's
and
dragging
divide
him. He's dragging him and shit.
I'm sitting there looking at him like, what the fuck is he doing? Like he just like divides him in half and drags him.
Nothing but that to keep me from him. Period.
All right, y'all. Let's keep
All
it
right,
moving.
and then your
My number 1 is Coming to America.
My
Period.
nigga. My nigga. Love that shit.
Clean, John.
Yo,
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
word for fucking word.
Period.
But I think we all should. I think we
Yeah.
all
Nigga
should.
said, George Lewis always lied about what he fought.
forward.
George Lewis, I said, he said, Frank Sinatra came in here and said that. How old was Joe Lewis? Tell me the truth.
176 years old.
135 years old.
135 years old.
You ain't never met Martin Luther King. I ain't never.
I know more little shit. He came right in here. Like he just right there in that chair right there.
He said he punched me in the chest. Y'all looked up and he was like, Martin Luther King. He said, oh, damn, I thought you were somebody else. All right, Kelly,
What
what's
is that, velvet?
Kelly, what's it? That's beautiful. Oh my God.
That's
All right,
beautiful.
Kelly, go ahead.
Okay, my 2 honorable mentions.
Uh-huh.
The first one
Talk
is
to the mic. Like, you ain't new to this.
So my honorable mention number 1
Right.
is a
Number one.
movie called Because I Said So.
Why you said so?
That's a rom-com, right?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Somewhat. So
Why you said so?
Who was in that?
I'm gonna get you
I was
something.
about to say Meryl Streep. Not Meryl Streep. Diane Keaton. And she has 3 daughters.
Yeah, Diane Keaton, Meryl Streep. No, don't do that. Because Meryl Streep is a fucking monster.
Exactly.
She is.
I love
She is.
Diane Keaton, but Meryl Streep
Streep
is. Meryl Streep
Meryl
is.
Streep is
She is.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Meryl Streep.
Devil
Meryl
Wears
Streep can play a black
Yo,
gangster.
for real.
And she can play a black gangster. And I'm like, you know what? I can see what they get to with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
For
I see what
real.
they was trying to do with this. Trying to take me with this role. But
She,
go ahead.
she just go everywhere. Every role is completely different.
But, all right.
So
go
my
ahead.
next honorable mention is a movie I actually just watched yesterday called Man in the House with Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, that was that shit.
No, that was.
The Julius.
It's just don't sit
Yo,
there
him with his faces. The keeping that poker face.
Tommy Lee Jones.
That's what. Yo, he just.
But the girl came up to me at the football game and she said, "Where's your happy face?" And he deadpans her. This is my happy face. Like
Yeah.
my son went around the house for months talking about this is my happy face.
I did too when it first came out.
Yeah, did you know that a part of the Men in Black situation, all 3 of the movies, that nigga never smiled. He didn't smile at all.
Oh, what? He's supposed to be mean. He's supposed to be.
No, he wasn't supposed to be mean. He wasn't supposed to be
What? He's
mean.
supposed to be the deadpan.
He was hurt.
He was the straight man.
Right, but he just never.
Thank you. He was hurt.
Yeah.
Like once
She
you
was
see,
missing his wife.
like once you see the last one, and you see the stuff that he went through for
Yeah, because of
Jay,
Will's dad. And
and then the stuff he went through for his wife.
That third movie, that was the best second sequel of a movie I've ever seen. Because Men in Black 2 was trash. And Men in Black International was worse.
Oh.
But,
However,
you know what I'm saying?
I will watch
But
it every
Men in
time it
Black
comes
3, I said, God damn, this is a good ass movie.
I will watch Men in Black International every time.
Alright, but you have a problem.
It's just
because
hilarious.
no, it's because of Thor. You like Thor. That's what you think.
No, well, I mean, hey, both of them was Marvel.
You're right. But you like Thor.
I do, but that's not what I watch.
Go ahead. Keep
Whatever.
going, keep
Number 5, Color Purple. We already went through. Number 4, Dodgeball.
That's my shit. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Like, y'all watch Dodgeball? No.
So you talking about the bull I don't like?
Mr. Know-It-All podcast homework.
No, I don't like the bull. I don't like
Vince.
Not Vince Vaughn.
Vince Stiller?
Ben Stiller.
Vince Stiller is not the. He is the antagonist. Vince Vaughn is the protagonist. So therefore, you see little of
Vince Stiller is the actual bad guy in the movie.
This fucking movie is hilarious.
I just think I've seen it though.
Yeah, this movie is hilarious. You gotta watch
it. Cracked me up with the young boys about to go on. Like, come on, we're on a roller coaster, and the black guy in the movie is like, well, you know what? They might, fall off the roller coaster and break all their bones. The girl comes back to the young boys like, yo, I need you to come do this cheer with me. Such and such fell off the roller coaster and broke all his bones.
like, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
I'll watch it. It's hilarious.
This is stupid funny.
Go ahead. What's next?
Number 3 is called View from the Top.
Is that what?
No, it's not.
You don't even know what I was gonna say. But Mr. Marcus.
Mr. Marcus.
And Byron Long.
Which Mr. Marcus?
Mr. Marcus.
No.
Right.
Anyway, like I said, now
smoke.
It's Gwyneth Paltrow and Mike Myers.
Oh, this could be. This could be further away from Mr. Marcus.
Okay. And
what you mean? Austin Powers is Mr. Marcus, just a British white version. Go ahead.
But she's. Her goal is to become a flight attendant.
Right.
And she goes through what's the name is in it too? I forgot her name. From Murphy Brown. But Candace Bergen.
There you go.
And she's going through all this to her girlfriend sets her up and switch tests so that she gets like the express flights or whatever while her girlfriend goes on to
Kelly, you
whatever. It's hilarious.
Sometimes.
I'm trying to tell you.
Go ahead. All right. What's next? What's
and Mike Myers has this wandering eye, so he can't be he can't be a flight attendant, so he's a teacher.
I don't.
And the girl goes to talk to him.
We don't never try to go this direction. We just talk about Mike Myers wandering ass eye.
The girl tried to talk to him, and she's like this. She's looking at him. He's like, this one.
I can't.
It's like, what's that movie? Mole.
Yeah, oh my God.
For Friday.
No, that's
Austin Powers. That's Austin Powers too. Yeah.
Austin Powers.
Nice to meet you, Mo. like, why do you keep Mole?
Yes, I see the situation where I am a mole and I have a mole. I understand that. Get it out your system.
Mole. Go ahead, please go to the next one.
Number two is The Holiday. I have to watch it every time it comes on.
I hate that movie, man.
I have to watch it every time.
Honestly, Queen Latifah.
No.
What? That's that's Last Holiday. I'm sorry.
That's Last Holiday.
What's the holiday?
The Holiday is.
Which holiday? It's with all the kids though. They came back home.
What? Which one?
The Holiday is what's her name? Cameron Diaz.
Oh, okay.
What's the goddamn movie?
I'm trying to, if I stop getting interrupted
because everybody keep guessing about what the fucking movie is.
I know it. Well,
tell me which holiday it is.
It's two women, one in London and one in America, and they switch houses for
the holiday.
For the holiday, and
which one?
Get over the loves, or the fake loves that they had, and switch places. It's a rom-com.
Was it Valentine's Day?
Because everybody else calls holiday vacations.
Yeah.
And we call it okay.
Yeah.
That's the joint with Brian Pumper there. No.
Jack Black is in that one.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yes.
Like Jack Black.
I don't know, man.
What's the lady from Titanic? She's in it too.
Kate Winslet.
Yeah, she's the one that let Jack, fall into the ocean. Anyway.
Two motherfuckers could have fit it on.
Hell yeah.
I don't give a fuck. You gonna have to move off and freeze just a little bit.
He didn't say move over. We can both fit.
Like how it can't.
He said you stay on here. So he saved her life, but
if I was gonna freeze to death, you can't get in the water about 15. I do 15. You do 15.
Man, they could have both fit in that motherfucker.
Save myself.
They could have both fit on there.
Pulls her ass off
and lives.
That's fucked up. Or I'd have been like, I'll be back and find another door. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The whole Titanic was in the ocean. You know all the fucking doors out there? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Number one. Tombstone.
That's my shit.
Yeah. I will not watch Wyatt Earp.
but I will watch KnowTheShow.
Wyatt Earp is not a bad
Wyatt Earp is alright.
Yeah.
I don't like Kevin Costner.
Yeah, what? That's blasphemy. Don't ever say
After what? The Bodyguard or something like that?
That's blasphemy.
I don't directs. If he's just the actor in it, I'm good.
Who directed Robin Hood?
He did. I don't know.
He did.
What? That Robin Hood was all that. That's the shit.
I like the Robin Hood with Russell Crowe.
Which one? Men in Tights?
No, not Men in Tights.
We are men. Manly men. We're men in tights.
Yo, so
Yes!
So no, you know what it is? So Men in Tights remind me of that scene in Shrek and whatnot.
Yo, yes,
Like something
yes.
with basically saying is he like stupid head. I swear, miss your hood. I'm like, I can't do this.
I set a reminder for this. I set a reminder this morning for Shrek Happily Ever After. Because there's one character at the beginning when they're at the birthday party wants him to roar, and he keeps telling his daddy make him roar. All I wanted to hear this morning when I saw it, I was like, I didn't even watch the rest of the movie. Once he was like this, I love you, daddy. I turned it off. I was done.
All right,
Shrek is my shit.
Do you have a top 5 that you've written down?
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead, man. Let me hear something. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Alright, so we ain't got a 3-hour podcast. Let these young ladies get the fuck out of here. Come on, nigga talk. Let's go.
Nigga talk.
Alright. You know what? Don't even look at the list because I'm just gonna go on my own.
I don't start saying
oh
list.
Lord, honorable mention. Half Baked.
That's the honorable mention.
If that's, I mean, it really should be, but you know, I'm just being a smartass because my other honorable mention is played by a hell of a. Listen,
I pretend I'm Jamaican, man.
Right there near the
Mighty Beach.
I am Jamaican. Why with the weirdest hat? Go ahead.
We don't talk like this.
Go ahead.
The other honorable mention. What you got going on? Mama say with my crew side.
Hey, drunk ass, we're recording. Come on, let's go.
I'm not drunk. I haven't had a drink.
I'm not either.
Because
there's a whole fucking crazy ass franchise. I'm gonna just go with X-Men. That's my shit.
I can fuck with
You know I'm a Marvel guy.
Period.
You know I'm a Marvel guy.
I used to love X-Men until they started making the MCU movies. I think that the X-Men movies are the worst fucking hero movies ever now because I have seen
which ones you hate?
Every Iron Man, every Avengers, MCU
but
movies.
Iron Man isn't a part of
the best X-Men movie. The best X-Men
Iron Man
movie
isn't a part. The Avengers aren't technically a part of the X-Men.
No. But that's why I said the MCU. The MCU is different. The Avengers,
the MCU is different.
all 23 movies that go into the MCU are the worst one is better than the best X-Men. I'm sorry. I just like because. Dude, I'm sorry. That MCU shit that tugs at my heartstrings.
Yeah,
I cried when Iron Man dies.
Sir, you don't have to choose. There's room in your heart for everybody. You ain't gotta choose.
They gotta remake the X-Men. You can't give me this bullshit X-Men shit and then give me the greatest shit ever.
Listen,
I was the greatest shit ever. Like Thanos, that nigga killed Thanos by snap. The nigga said, hold on, he said, I am inevitable. That nigga said, no, I am Iron Man. I felt the lump in my throat. I was like, nigga, I can't do this. There was a black girl next to me. Black girl, she was so unassuming. And this was an Infinity War. When they all turned into ash, and then she sat there bawling, crying. And when flew out of the, you know what I'm saying, when Black Panther and them stepped out of the thing, you know how you see the pictures. I bought me, Shannon, Donovan, and Larry, we all went. And we got the worst tickets in the theater. We sat in the front row. I didn't give a fuck. We had to see the movie. We had to see the movie the first night it came out. Like it was just gonna happen. And I sat there, and when you talk about tears, like it was like one of them things where Thanos had the world seeming hopeless. So when that shit turned around, I was like, fuck, dog, I can't deal with this shit no more. That's the reason why I feel a way about that.
There's two Marvel movies that hurt my heart.
What's
that one and Logan.
Yeah, Logan was rough.
Logan hurt. Because those are who I am.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, I cut it off, but it's I'm not gonna keep it. I'm not gonna keep it. I just been playing with it again. But part of my beard was after the accident when I got a titanium rod in my leg. I also have titanium staples in my hand.
So them shits like
I am.
Make them shits like
I'm mad that he's cheesing so
I know,
hard.
exactly.
I am Logan.
I am really feeling
right, and he's doing like this.
No, because that's honestly, I said all my tats are above my elbows. I will my hand and who did my back MKIA sensation. He's gonna actually do my hand because I'm gonna someone do the claws.
They coming out,
and it's gonna be a 3D joint.
They coming out with the new X-Men. Peter North is playing Magneto. I'm like, really? Peter North though?
Yeah.
You know.
Peter North?
Yeah.
What?
You know
wait a minute.
Y'all see this?
Law and Order dude back in the day?
No, that's Chris North.
That's Chris North. Peter North's a porn star. I've been saying about the porn stars and shit. Like
you just get Go ahead.
Next one.
You know
Number
what?
5.
I think I know because he like black women. I think that's maybe why I know.
Number 5. This is gonna be crazy. Number 5. Funny shit. The brothers.
I can't be mad.
Hold up.
I can't be mad.
I'm just gonna sing one song, and you're gonna understand what movie I'm talking about. Making my way downtown, walking by, fancy stopping up that night.
That's not the movie I thought you were talking about. You were not talking about
White Chicks.
Okay.
Is that your next
White
one?
Chicks.
Nut
That's my
ass.
number 5. That's my
You
number
are
5.
not talking about nut ass Terry Crews.
Yeah. All right.
You know what? I thought he was talking about
Terry Crews.
Shamar Moore.
No, when he said that.
When he said the brothers, but I guess he was talking about the Wayans brothers.
No, when he said the song, you know what I thought she was about to say?
What?
Boats and hoes. Boats and
That's
hoes.
one of mine. Step Brothers is one of mine. But go ahead. Yeah, that's what I say. That's my boats and hoes.
Yes.
Every time I come, I produce a quart. I'm like, nigga. I'm alive. Go ahead, man. What's the next one?
We're gonna go a remake. But this definitely had. And it's crazy because Terry Crews was in this too. Terry Crews was in this too. Terry Crews was in this too. So was Michael Irvin. So was Nelly.
Longest shot.
Oh,
The
longest yard. That's
longest
my shit.
motherfucking yard.
Own that. Yes.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. That was my shit. Listen, that come on and I see it. I gotta watch it. I don't care where it's at. I'm gonna watch the rest of that movie.
What's the next one?
Number 3. We're going Ali.
Really? Wow.
We're going Ali.
First time I ever heard somebody say that Ali was one of your
We're going
favorites.
Ali. Honestly, that was in this long as fuck shit. Because they get to a certain point, this is like, I'm still watching the movie. But it's actually informative, and he's, I mean, he does it. Will salute. He definitely did this thing.
Next time, rearrange them. You wrote them down.
Shut up.
Rearranging and shit.
I'm not rearranging. I didn't put in the order. I really didn't.
Don't worry about the order. Go ahead. What's next?
Next week on motherfucking Red and Meth with motherfucking How High. If it ain't typical fashion for me,
Sounds about right.
study high, take the test high, get high scores.
Was that your number 1?
No, that's number 2.
Oh, alright. What's your number 1?
Wakanda Forever, bitch.
Black Panther?
Black motherfucking Panther.
Respect.
R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
Period. Respect.
Alright, so my top 5.
Hold on, I'm sorry. And
What?
just a ringer just to the fuck of it.
Yeah.
Going in 60 seconds. That was my ringer. Just for the fuck of
Oh, now that's a good one.
So
That's a good
alright,
one.
so my
it. It don't matter where that come on at. If you catch that on,
yeah, that is.
you gotta watch that.
We gonna watch it.
That alright. So my top 5 is my honorable mentions. First honorable mention, Step Brothers. I mean that shit is like
It's hilarious.
Yeah, that shit is different. Yeah, it's a different type of fun. My other honorable mention, same character, not same character, same actor. Matter of fact, both of the same characters. Talladega Nights. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that evil on us. Like that's my shit.
You're not number 1. You're number 2.
I did. Yeah. No, he said if you're not first, you're last. He was like, that shit don't even make no sense. He was like, you can be second, you can be third. He was like, what? Like, so
He's like, that's what you told me.
Oh,
He's
man.
like, well, that's some stupid shit.
my number 5 is The Matrix. I swear to you, that movie is. Listen, that movie is 21 years old now, and I swear to you, I mean, I like all three of them, but the first one is the shit.
Because it's life.
It's so crazy. Like, it's so crazy. I sat in the movie theater. That was like one of the last times I remember going to the movie theater with my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and her went to the movie theater in forever and a day, and that was one of the last times I remember going to the movie theater with. Like, she's religious as well, so it's like, you know, they had a lot of biblical, you know what I mean, things in it. She was into that. Number 4 is Coming to America, of course. Yeah, that's my shit. That's my shit. That's my shit. She's your queen.
Yes.
That movie.
Whatever you like.
I mean, every moment of that movie is some goofy shit going on.
Bark like a dog.
My number 3 though is Death Becomes Her.
Happened one day.
Yo, that was my shit. I heard they were doing a remake of that.
They're doing a remake of that?
Yes.
Yo,
my daughter.
I love that movie so much. Like back in there's certain movies I used to watch all the time.
Yeah,
like when I was young boy, that was one of the movies I used to pop in there all the time. That shit was hilarious.
That's a repeater.
Another one, what's that? My number 2 or number 1? Number 3? That was number 3. My number 2, another Bruce Willis movie, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Okay.
The one with Samuel in it. Listen, that one, it wasn't as much action as like Die Hard 1 and 2, but the story was way better because of what they was doing with the bombs and shit like that. I fuck with that. And number 1 might be one of the, and this your homie's the main character that you really don't fuck with like that, but I think it's one of the funniest movies. No, it's one of the funniest movies ever. I love that pussy, hell yeah! I love that pussy, hell yeah!
First of all,
Tropic
don't
Thunder.
get it fucked up. That's my shit.
Tropic
That's my shit.
Yo,
When I say I went to the movie theater to see that,
Me too. So that here. So that.
Oh my God!
told my boyfriend at the time, I will go back.
Describe
and
as another
see
dude.
this.
I saw it 2 days in a row. I went to the movies 2 days back to back. I was working at Temple University, went to the North movie theater joint, walked right across the street because I lost my goddamn job. Okay? Because I went 2 days back to back. That shit was so funny.
Hey, this motherfucker's dead. It ain't gonna be no.
What he said?
Y'all smoking candles. This motherfucker's dead. Like,
you know you people.
Who you calling you?
Who you calling you people?
He's like you.
What you mean?
Oh my God.
I'm mad because people tried to, we in the cancel culture right now.
Right.
So people tried to come for Robert Downey Jr. I was like, what you're not going to do is come for him because it was
a parody.
That's the only blackface that can ever be gotten.
It was a parody.
I love that shit so much that it was times where I forgot that was Robert Downey Jr.
But he wasn't.
It was funny as hell.
He wasn't even in blackface for real.
Right.
His character was in blackface.
That's what
when you see him and when you see him at the end,
this motherfucker's dead.
And when you see him at the end of the movie, he's completely blonde with blue eyes, like he's totally himself at that time. So I'm like, y'all want to get out here because Tropic Thunder.
When Ben Stiller picked up his entrails and he was like, this is all fake. He was like, oh shit, he really going for it. Yo, I gotta watch this movie, man. I love that fucking movie.
We try not to say the word, but you went full retard. You never go full retard.
He said, something. I am Sam 99, went full retard, but Hollywood did. Yeah. Full retard.
No, but at the end when Matthew McConaughey came to the jungle,
in bathtubs and laughing at
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise was the shit. Tom Cruise was shit.
Yo. Yo, no, Matthew McConaughey, when he asked him, he was like this. How about you just leave this alone? And I'll give you G5. It's some money. He was like,
a G5 airplane?
You want me to forget about my best friend? Somebody's been declined for 20 years.
For a G5.
A G5 airplane? And money? He was like, lots of money. Big dick player. Yo. That's when you pass me. Yo, I have to watch that movie. Oh my God. Listen,
that shit is the best.
But that leads me directly into the naked truth. This has been so much fun, and I really I love the fact that y'all, you know what I'm saying, continue to move and continue to, you know what I mean, to do y'all thing and whatnot. And I want to thank you, first and foremost, for putting me on to the way to upload the podcast. We spoke over a year ago now, and we talked about
I'm so happy for
you know what I'm saying? Man. And we made the move in order to make it happen. And we are coming up on a year.
Thank you.
In a couple weeks.
Couple weeks. We about to be a year. Yeah. About to be 1 year this bitch.
Yo, do you have a short story for us today? Because I'm about to get it started. It has to be a short story. Ready?
Wait. I want to hear about the secret room in the Twisted Mother chapter.
Whoa.
Tell me the story about that.
Am I going to have to cut that part out?
We keep it. Is that the story for off the books?
All right, wait.
You know what?
You about to tell a story?
I heard about this room.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, shit. All right. But listen.
You not allowed to talk about it. You ain't allowed to talk about it.
I can't speak on that. I can't speak on that.
Well, listen.
I can't speak on that. And honestly, it ain't in protection of myself. Right. It's in protection of others.
I know.
Okay.
It's a code, right?
It's a protection of others.
All right, so let's just
sound like the beginning of an SVU episode.
All right, so let's just
So what had happened was.
All right, so what we going to? So here we go. Short story. You ready? Y'all ready? Without further ado.
I know what you're asking yourself. The answer is yes. I have a nickname for my penis. It's called the Octagon. But I also nickname my testes. My left one is James Westphal, and my right one is Dr. Kenneth Norswater. You would play your cards right, you just might get to meet the whole gang.
And now it's time for the sexual adventure. Episode 49 of the Mr. Know-It-All podcast presents another tale from the industry featuring all that rider. What you got for me today, Jim?
Hey, Jim. You know what's funny? You say episode 49.
Right.
Did I ever tell you a story about the Jasmine guy lookalike?
You did. You have told us.
Did I put on that speak was on the podcast?
I think you did.
I did.
Yeah. I think you mentioned Jasmine.
It's funny because she was 49, and it's crazy. I was just thinking about that. Turn to the star. But we listen. I know what I got.
Go ahead.
Cause they asked him.
Make it quick.
You got to try to get me.
Make it quick, nigga.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I had a situation. You know about this situation, but this was from when we was younger situations. Yeah, no, this ain't. Nah, you see his face like he about to get in trouble too. Oh my God! I'm accomplice.
No shit about shit.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just don't know shit. Go ahead.
I'm gonna break down very quickly within less than 5 minutes how you can know a person for a very, very long time and turn around and you call them sister for a very long time, and then turn around and they put you on to their child, what you believe is their adopted child, but you actually find out, and they're grown at this time, they were your child that you actually remember from when you was a baby, you know. But they're again, as I say, they're grown at this time when they put you on. Oh, she went to holler.
Hey, Billy G, with this sexy scented ass boy, can you please tell the motherfucker? I knew one time when I was giving up.
I love you, daddy.
I was babysitting.
No, it wasn't. It was never a situation where it was a babysitting. It was a situation where I've known this person for a very, very, very long time. And I've known their child since they was born, basically. And they turned around and not realizing that it was one of the same children, because I knew they also adopted children. They actually turned around and was like, yo, you know, they came through to a show and this child, you know, spent that motherfucking cheese.
How old? Said age?
No, she was legit. She was at the time, she was 22 or 23, if I'm correct. Right. She was legal. She was legal. Just for any discrepancy, she was legal. She was completely legal. for like 3 months, I was stirring up that motherfucking coffee. Stirring up that motherfucking coffee. Alright? But the crazy thing is, situation turned around and happened, and she actually happened to be pregnant before I first started stirring up that coffee from her in-house, because same way as I had in-house, she had in-house. Yikes. And so she already had a bun in the oven from in-house.
Sorry, I had a malfunction. What the fuck just happened? This is what I meant to play.
That's what cut the situation out.
Just that love of that country.
Yeah, because and respectfully, once she, actually, because she didn't completely know, but when she found out that she really was, she turned around in the time frame, stamped up that it was actually before me. So it was okay. Neither one of us knew that we were disrespecting another man's child. I feel a little bit better. We still Gucci to this day. Crazy thing is, like, maybe a year and a half, 2 years later, her mom will be sis. Messed around and 3 rounds one night. That's just all I'm gonna say.
Stories that porns are made of.
Just 3 rounds, and it wasn't even supposed to be any type of sexual situation.
Never is.
Some other shit had happened. We linked up. They was out. They was driving. They was on. And we met up. And it was like, all right, let me get you to the crib. So you cool. We smoking. We drinking. We set up a whole fucking border in the bed. That's the crazy shit. And I only broke down 2 of my drawers and still had my tank on. So it was somewhat respectful. And it was like, whatever. You over there. I'm over here. And at some point, I woke up.
Yeah. Somewhat respectful.
Round 1.
Somewhat fucking respectful.
Round 1.
Yo.
Fight. Finish up. Where's the finish up button?
Well, I guess took a cat nap. Woke back up. Round 2.
Fight.
Finished up. Washed up. Took another nap. Round 3.
Damn.
Washed up. Finished up. Alright, I need to call the Uber so I can go the fuck home.
I'm gonna say something completely, utterly misogynistic.
Bring it.
Who was better, the mom or the daughter? Which one was better? And here's a bigger point. Did the mom know that you smashed the daughter?
The mom set it up.
Whoa.
Set up what?
The mom basically put me on to the daughter. The mom brought the daughter to a show. You know what I mean? So the mom brought the daughter to a show. That's how I, as adults, re-met the daughter, but didn't know that I was re-meeting the daughter at the time.
This wasn't the same little girl you knew.
Now here's the bigger question.
She's a big girl.
Did the daughter tell the mom about you?
What do you mean?
Did the daughter refer you to the mom?
No.
Did she do a penile referral?
No, I'm sorry.
Dick Furl.
Yeah, Dick Furl. Dick Furl.
Show me the dick face.
The cock facts.
Oh my God.
Hold up.
That's such a borough thing. I know that happened in the borough.
Here's
I know for a fact that happened in the borough.
What, in the borough?
I mean, you already know that.
Shit. Man, I got more ass ones in college over dick furls than anything. What? That was the move.
I'll stay with
Dick furls.
I always got dick furls. Oh, no.
What?
Here is the ultimate. Here's the killer, right? I'm gonna be blatant and honest. Neither the mom nor the daughter are too stable on their rockers. Alright? Neither one of them are too stable on their rockers.
Your situation.
Alright?
No shock.
They are no. I mean, they really. They are thorough, they are good, they are loving, they are strong, but they are some crazy motherfucking people. Some crazy ass women who got nuts bigger than most niggas, okay? I'ma state this shit on the record. Cause I ain't talking about no Phil Gazy or no soft or timid. These ain't no soft women. These are motherfucking strong ass queens. Alright? Crazy thing, maybe years so whatever down the road, cause I'm still Gucci with them.
Careful.
I go by
No names.
because they need medication. So I go, I go to drop stuff for them. We bust up, and it's the check because we still have that good rapport where we check on each other because we like family. We are family in that aspect. Okay. You know what I mean? So it's still, shut up. Don't start.
Drop off medication. I was like,
nigga, you experienced the inside of both.
Right. No, I wasn't. No.
I'm still gonna drop off that medication.
Not that kind.
Then he's talking about blooming and shit. I was like, oh.
Try this as a black man, right? As a black man, I'm
orgasms for mental health disorders.
Yes, they did,
and they still should.
They should. Yes.
Shit, what I'm.
It really calms you down.
Shit, when I'm feeling
Lord
down.
have mercy.
I'm feeling down.
That's why I'm
saying something gotta get up.
If y'all understand,
when I'm feeling down, something gotta come up.
That's why I'm a habitual masturbator. Yes. That's why I'm a habitual masturbator.
I wouldn't say I'm habitual.
Yes. I'm a habitual masturbator.
You know what I'm saying?
I probably masturbate twice a day.
That's not, okay, never mind.
Then you on blind.
I don't think.
I mean, both times isn't to let go.
He gonna eat his carrots?
I see nothing wrong.
I eat carrots well.
Celery? Nothing wrong.
You should.
Alright, cut that shit out though.
Yeah.
The masturbating on the
My
carrots.
hands be cramping up.
I don't know nothing about that.
I hook you up with the sleeves. Anyway, go ahead.
Alright, but the crazy shit is, I go there, and we're all in the kitchen. Again, as I said, both of these women are up. But they know I'm, not the most sane in the brain either. And the mom was like, so, how does it feel to be chilling in the presence of two queens? Fuck both of them.
Yes.
I like the mama.
She said,
mama.
We are in the kitchen.
He already said she.
This is a situation where I feel nervous.
Why?
We are in the kitchen. These are two crazy queens, and the mom says something like, and daughter does it to my eyes. In my eyes, daughter doesn't know that I've touched mom. So this is a bomb being dropped on daughter. No, it was. No. She actually did not.
Oh shit.
She actually did not.
So what did she say?
She was cool. She was. I figured at some point it was going to happen.
Alright, so how did it end? Did you end up getting both of them at the same time?
No. We still.
That's the ACS episode. That's how ACS episode.
Hey, that's shit.
I purposely. Daughter has tried to talk to try to get something started back and forth here, there at different times. I purposely not touched again.
Right.
I was curious at times about moms, but it's like, you know what? It's best to, in both aspects, we just stay cool.
Boom. Then we gonna drop a bomb on that.
I like it. I respect it.
And that has been another tale from the industry. Goddamn clapping and shit. Both was good as shit. Round of applause taking long.
I had some fun with both. I ain't gonna hold you. But they bills was different.
But now it's time.
Did you say bills or bills?
They're bills.
Oh,
they're bills.
here I go. I mean, you see me right? I was like, cause PWD is only about
So what was the mama shape like compared to the daughter?
No, neither had a bad
SpongeBob and Patrick.
A healthy rhinoceros.
Neither had no, they were no. I hate you right now.
What did she say?
She said healthy rhinoceros. She's doing that, yo. Leave me alone about the healthy rhinoceros. Goddamn it.
Healthy hippopotamus.
Healthy hippopotamus. I'm sorry.
The healthy
hippopotamus. Listen, the joint in Dallas in Texas was, yo. She was like a healthy hippopotamus.
Bro, I've had more
Don't do that.
say that they love the build of a healthy hippopotamus.
Exactly. That's the point.
Hippo was popular for
The thickness is the shit.
This woman who I described as
got all the white balls.
Yo, listen.
Don't be saying that shit like it's pejorative when y'all know y'all know that shit.
Like what? I love it. I need a woman with some cushion for the motherfucking pushing.
Come on, cushion for the pushing. Listen,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna just dab on them.
Yeah, open mouth, insert foot.
I know, nasty ass nigga.
I don't like feet.
Damn. Anyway.
Clicks, tits. I'm sorry, I said that out loud. Oops.
What the fuck? I'm playing Stephanie Mills. Stop doing that shit. All right, so look.
She knew about it.
This has been fun. I want to thank my guest. The All the Smoke Podcast.
Thank you.
ATS. Thank y'all for coming through.
It's been almost 3 hours.
I know. I told y'all it goes by quick.
Realize.
Oh, y'all realize? Wait, let me try to get the fuck out of here. These niggas keep talking and shit. But thank y'all for coming through. Keep doing what y'all doing. We'll link up. We'll set some shit up and whatnot. Absolutely. Because it's about time. When this COVID shit is over, we gotta get out here.
It's on and pop.
Yeah, you ain't never lied.
Before COVID is out. Fuck COVID.
Oh, you ain't never lied. Y'all got some shout outs y'all want to give? Y'all want to talk to y'all fans?
Always. Look, we love the fans. We said at the beginning of the episode, allthesmokepodcast@gmail.com. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those things will be in the description. But we cannot leave with at least not giving a shout out to our brother podcast, the You Asked For It podcast. And to give a shout out to Rootwork Soberies. Yes. Creams, dreams, potions, lotions, all these things,
natural and
organic, done by my girl Samone. Right here, get yours. Ooh, everything coming in the pipe.
Send me the links to all that stuff, and we'll put it up when we post it or whatnot. Definitely, but that's. Thank you, lovely ladies, for being here. See, Samone, look.
I love organic.
We cool people like that. You know, Simone was mad stand up, but then I saw the crack. I saw her crack.
This is the thing. No disrespect. This is her every week.
Oh yeah.
Every week I gotta get some drink up in her.
Hey, listen, that's the game. That's the game.
See, I didn't know if y'all was actually gonna be on, on the Hendrix vibe or with the Hendrix or the Minion flavors. So because I didn't bring. I could have brought more, but I wasn't sure. I actually expected.
Next time, bring more.
There you go.
Well, now I know, cause I'm with all the smoke. I'm with all the smoke.
I can't take this nigga nowhere. You have to flirt.
Yes, you can.
You got to flirt with all the women.
It's not flirting.
You got to flirt with all the women.
What? I am not.
I mean, we flirt with all the men. And some of the
Listen, let me give a shout out to the Spotify listeners, Apple Podcast listeners, Google Podcast listeners, Stitcher listeners, Anchor listeners,
Home Team,
YouTube viewers. Thank y'all very much for tuning in.
Check us out.
Get with us on the Mr. Know-It-All Podcast IG page at Mr._Know-It-All_pod. On the fan page, Mr. Know-It-All Pod at Facebook fan page. You know what I'm talking about.
See, this one you just had a sign going.
I know. That's how it is on the
I know it is.
And please send us all your fuckery, duckery, and schmuckery over to Mr. Know-It-All-Pod@gmail.com.
Can we get an email?
Yeah, we can get an email. Yeah,
somebody send the email.
This nigga's hilarious.
Somebody send the email.
On behalf of my high and drunk ass constituents, on behalf of
I am not drunk nor high.
You ever want to cut a nigga mic off? Then listen.
I'm not drunk or high, actually.
I believe.
Actually, I'm unmedicated. I'm feeling groovy. It's a great day. I went paintballing early.
You gonna make me start this song over again?
No, you have to start it over again.
You don't have to play it at all.
Oh my God.
We jamming.
But
we
listen,
grooving. Guess what?
On behalf of my constituents,
how you doing?
Kelly Q.
Hey yo.
R. Dot.
Hendrix.
Rap Snacks McGrath over here. And the ATS Podcast. Thank y'all for coming through again.
Thank you.
But see, the thing, we say this all the time, they cannot forget.
They must always remember.
And they must always remember. And we're done.
Damn asshole.
If you listen to it to the end, I play the fuck you, you cool,
Who's
and
that?
fuck you, I'm out from Half Beat.
So how could I not have to?
Oh, right.
Oh, have mercy.
I think my pants are too tight.
Actual. Oh, what? I didn't say nothing. Meek.
Oh,
you know what's
Shane, baby.
crazy?
Thank you.
What?
It was crazy. So
what's that? Audacity?
yeah, it's Audacity.
Okay.
I took every trick in the book that you told me to do. That's exactly what I did. I actually recorded it from the first episode. I recorded it straight on there, and then after that is when I spoke to you again.
Funny thing is, we still do it on Anchor though. We still do it on Anchor.
You still do? Oh, okay.
We still record it